I want to give massive thanks to all of my supporting members and patrons. Thank you all so very much. Oh no, where's my camera? There we are. Welcome everyone. Glad to see you all, as is Arnold, although he wants to get back on his chair, so I'll let him go. There you go, Arnold. Hope you're all doing fine, because I am. Wow. How have you all been, my friends? I see we've got a lot of people in it, all the regulars. Thank you very much. A couple of quick things. I did want to say, Loki Fish Mars, if you're still in here, Loki Fish Mars, you deserve a medal. Loki Fish Mars has gone above and beyond because he's been watching Mitchell's live stream. And as he says, he's currently hosing the flat earth theory of sextants. Well done, Loki. Brave man, brave man. And I did see, well, I'll do a few shout outs. Doran Koo, Blue Feather, Liam Wakefield, Rich901, who I always think is that D-Rich one. I do apologise. I always have to look twice at that. Who else we got? Bad Hamster. That's a new name. Good evening to you and welcome. Turtle Moves. Judy Bassett. Hello to you too. One or two more. Tiny Captain. I think I've said you. And Chris Durham Music Channel. Oh, Brain is still in now. There we go. That's a whole bunch of you. As I said, it's just a few. If I missed you out, my deepest apologies. Yeah, it's been rather interesting. Yeah, hi Arnold, says FE Peer Review. Thank you, FE. It's been rather an interesting couple of days. Mitch has got his knickers in a tizzy, hasn't he? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we'll talk about that in a while. Wanted to talk about a couple of other things. I don't know if you've seen, but Mr. Jake the Arsehole has been giving Fight the Flat Earth a bit of a hard time recently. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his videos. Talk about Mr. Triggered. Mr. Cartoon Triggered. Yeah, he wants to fight Flat Earth. Fight the Flat Earth. Physically. He's demanding that Fight goes over to the States to fight him in a cage. Fight had told him that he's disabled. Fight had told him that he can barely walk, or can only walk with a stick. And Fight had told him that he can't travel long distances. But apparently that's Fight chickening out, despite the fact that it was Mr. Arsehole who issued the challenge. To my mind, if Mr. Arsehole issues the challenge, he should travel to Fight. And Fight has said that he's good with that. If he turns up, he'll get in a ring and show him how disabled he is. It's a no-win for Jake because what's he going to look like if he gets in a ring and fights a disabled man? How's that going to look? And what's the point anyway? What sort of age are you? You think the Earth is flat? I think it's a globe. Right, I'll fight you for it. If I beat you up, then it's flat. Where's the logic in that, Mr. Arsehole? I have made several comments on his community posts, but Mr. Arsehole decides not to reply to any of them. No, Brian Pop Robson, you can't give me a timeout for missing you out. Damn, I've given your name now. I was trying to avoid saying your name. Oh, even Mallory was laughing. Yes, yeah, I did see that. I mean, that guy is... There's something wrong with him. There's got to be something wrong with him. Do you think he's just doing it as a shock jock? Is he issuing that challenge just because he knows there's absolutely no way it will happen and it will get the views? I don't know. Don't know at all. Ooh, Tiny Captain's got a vid ready to put on YouTube about Jake. Well, I look forward to seeing that. Yeah. Jezza, thank you for that video, my friend. I enjoyed that. That was a nice surprise. Yeah, it does suit him, the name. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Mr. Express Y says it's a very appropriate. I wouldn't be surprised if that's his actual name. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Because he's so stupid, he docks himself. If he got married, would she be Mrs. Arsehole? And if he had a bunch of kids, would he have a whole load of little arseholes? I don't know. I don't know at all. He's 5'7" and 150 pounds. Well, to be honest, it doesn't matter what he is, really, Watto, because, I mean, what sort of kudos are you going to get for fighting a disabled man? A man who walks with a stick. Not only that, they were all also sort of doubting that he was. Because who was it? Rachie 50 was insisting that he could walk. They got into a bit of a spat in a community message posting thread about that. Well, I have met Fight. I've been to his home. I've met his wife and kids. I've seen the facilities of the home. He said he has, I don't know what the proper word is, adjustments to the building to allow for his disability. I have seen that. It's real. Mr. Arsehole, you are an arsehole. Rachie 50, I called you an idiot, and you said, I don't think you say like that. You've really gone down in my estimation. Well, I'm sorry. If you're going to claim that someone is not disabled who has said and shown his stick on the stream before now, who I have vouched for, not that I need to, but I have said, look, I've met him, and yes, he is, then yeah, you're an idiot. Whatever shape the earth is. Rachie is nuts as well. Well, she certainly was about that. Downhill. Yeah, handrails. But you know what I mean. When you make adjustments, you put in features and facilities to aid moving about and whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, I did want to talk about Mr. Arsehole briefly. So I'll cross it off my list. And I mentioned Loki Fish Mars. Other news. I received a video from someone who shall remain nameless as the first entry into the next, he struggles to find it, next 1 minute debunk show. Yeah, someone sent me an entry before I'd even announced it, because I think they want me to announce it. But good for them. I've got that video. So yeah, I'm going to do another 1 minute debunk show, open to each and every one of you. For any of you who aren't aware of them, it's a debunk video of 1 minute long, funnily enough. Anyone can have a crack. You do not have to be a creator with a YouTube channel. You may be. You do not have to use fancy editing software, but you can if you want. No CGI, unless you want to. You can film it with your phone, okay? Because it's not a, oh, let's judge this video and that one's good and that one's bad. That's not what it's about. It's for fun and to give people a crack at trying to debunk something in 1 minute, which is actually pretty hard. It can be funny, it can be serious, it can be whatever you want. It doesn't have to strictly be flat earth. It could be sort of creationism. It could be some other conspiracy. Obvious rules apply. No gratuitous swearing. Nothing hate related. And I think we'll steer clear of vaccine stuff because that never helps any channel. Okay. But aside from that, it's pretty much open, I think. Anyone who makes a submission gets credited, of course. They're obviously giving me permission to show the video. And if you've got a channel, you get a link back to their channel in the descriptions and so on. Yeah, so have a go. Have a go. All you need to do is send me a video. You can WeTransfer it to my email address, mr-sensible@hotmail.com. If you've got a YouTube channel, you can just upload it as unlisted, not private or I can't see it, just unlisted. No one can see it if they don't have the link. And just email me the link so I can download it. I'll gather them together and we'll put together a 1 minute debunk, the third show. It's been fun the first two times I've done it. Is nudity permitted? Well, it depends how good you look, 18255. If you look absolutely cracking, I may just keep it for myself. What do you mean you're 18 stone hairy ass builder? You can keep your video. Is nudity permitted? Well, maybe you'll have to fuzz out various bits. Use your best judgment, okay? Show them ankles. Yeah, so hopefully people will have a crack at it. What I'll do is I won't put an exact date on it yet, because if I get 3 entries, it's not going to happen. Okay, so I want to give a chance for people to do it. Where are we now? 10th of November. I think let's aim for submissions to be in by the end of November, and so it'll be, perhaps we'll have it shortly before Christmas. How about that? Aim for end of November. I'll give other reminders, and we'll have a 1 minute debunky fun show shortly before Christmas. How's that? How's that sound? How's them apples? Rachie 000000 has gone down in the estimation of David Oliver. Yeah, Rachie's been on here, and she was quite pleasant. She either disagreed or didn't understand. I can't even remember what it was we were talking about. But it was quite polite and okay. Then she seemed to be actually trying to find stuff out. Then she sort of hooked up with a certain TikTok fan who likes eggs and targeting children. Not good. Not good. Steer clear of him, Rachie. Keep your flat earth, but steer clear of him. He's a bad egg. But yeah, she has... sorry, if I seem to be fidgeting, it's because today, for some reason, I've gone itchy all over. I think I'm allergic to Mitchell. I've seen too many of his videos lately and I've come out in a rash. Reach is more dense than her density tower. She'd be at the bottom, wouldn't she? Oh dear. Mr. S, sounds great. Looking forward to the 1 minute debunks. I'll definitely be submitting one. No nudity, I promised. Well, good for you, Effie Peer Review. And we've just had a super chat from Mr. Mitch the Goldstein. Thank you, Mitch, for $5. We love you, Mr. S. Best from the Goldstein family. Well, the best to you, Mitch, and to Julie as well, and all your other family members. That's nice, isn't it? Actually, let me just... Oh, where are we? Guys, I do want to say one thing. Those of you who are members, right? Those of you who are members, I don't know exactly how it works, but you occasionally get, in effect, a free super chat to be read out because you're a member. I'm never notified of that. And when I check the list of super chats that come in, so I can read them out and try my damnedest to make sure I don't miss any, those free member super chat messages don't appear in the list, which I think is a great failing. So there's always a danger that I won't see them and read them out. In which case, I do apologise. I do need to try and find out something about that to see if I can find out if there is any way I can actually get some form of alert, because it's not good. It's not fair. So I will endeavour to read any of those out if they. Sorry. Call that flocker Mitchell. I am Mitch. Well, you could be. Are you Mitch Goldstein from Australia then? That's bad news, isn't it, Mitch? I'm sorry about that. Oh, what if you call him just Mitch from Oz, rather than Mitch from the US of A? Oh, and there we go. Marek Z, a member for 10 months, just saying hello. There you go. That's one of those members super chats that they get for free, apparently. I don't know when they started doing that. It wasn't too long ago. But let me just confirm that. I'm just going to refresh my super chat list, and I'm pretty sure it won't be on there. Super chat. No, that one isn't. But there is another one from Mr. David Oliver. Let me just expand that screen. David Oliver, £5. Thank you, David. I'm definitely not going nude. It's bloody too cold. Yes. Oh, man. Thank you for that, David. But yeah, there's one of those super chat messages from members. Oh, and another one. Mitch Goldstein, member for 17 months. Spam, glorious spam. I never heard that song before, Mitch. Never heard of it. Oh, we got Gary Wybenga. Good flat Earth Day to everyone. Gary, I am still waiting I'm not criticising you because I've had, we've been in contact briefly in that chat of someone's video, and I've had message from Professor Bell, and I replied to him. You two need to both get in touch with me so I can order this get together. I understand that neither of you want it as a formal debate, but just as a chat. That's absolutely fine. But you do need to both get in touch with me so I can email, because I haven't got your email address. So please email me, mr-sensible@hotmail.com. Your email address is confidential, of course, as is anything that we discuss. Okay? Because once I've got yours, I can email both of you or message both of you, and we can start to sort this out when it'll be. All right? Because I'll quite happily do that. Quite happily. So anyway, welcome, Gary. You know the rules in this house, and normally you play by them. So that's all good. So where are we? Yeah, so 1 minute debunks. Let's play for contributions by the end of November, which gives me some time. It may run on a day or two or whatever, depends how many we get. But that gives me a chance to put them together for a Christmas or approaching Christmas 1 minute debunk show. It was good fun last time, or last 2 times, and I suspect it'd be good fun again. Yeah. Mr. S, how's my cough? Well, foot in mouth. Yeah, I still have a cough. I do have ongoing health issues, but that last stream, I was having a bit of an attack, and it got worse and worse and worse. I was pretty much all right the next day. Thank you very much for asking. For those of you who weren't there, it actually wiped out the stream. I reached the point where I was struggling to breathe and I couldn't hold a discussion at all, and I had to abandon the stream. So yeah, I appreciate that, Foot. Very kind of you. Wybenga, he never wins at Jenga. Good day from Straya, Mr. Sensible. You'll have to get down here one day and see what we've done with the place. Struth, you can throw some... I was going to say throw some tinnies on the Barbie. I don't think you do that, do you? Struth, he's got no strides on. Anyone remember that advert? Who was it and what were they advertising? Struth, that bloke's got no strides on. Yeah, I am better. Thank you, Adriana Creme and Jezza. Yeah, I'm afraid, as I said, it's an ongoing health issue. That's not going to go away. But occasionally it can flare up, and that was one of those occasions. Mr. Sensible is beautiful. Well, I think I'll print that out and have it framed, David Oliver. Incidentally, I had rather a nice comment a nice comment from a lady commented on a video about something. I'm not going to say what because I don't want to give any hints about it. So I went to a channel and she had a little video there, and I just made a comment. And she's obviously someone who follows my channel, and she said, "Oh, I think I'm having a bit of a fangirl moment," which is really nice. But I made sure I showed Mrs. Sensible just to keep her on her toes. Look, this lady, she's having a fangirl moment over me, Mrs. S. So don't you nag me about the dishwasher or leaving socks by the bed. Hello, Robert, beg your pardon, Caslow. What's up, my globetards? Right, so that's the 1MD. So, big thing really. Was it Foster's? I think it was Foster's, wasn't it, Brian? So who was Paul Hogan? Sorry, Andy Sibley, you got there first, and Mr. Jones 72 got before that. Well done, guys. Oh, and Brian Pop Robinson, Martin H. Good grief. Good grief. Yeah, Liam, you're probably right. Yeah. Right. Yes. Mitchell from Australia. I'm not intending for this to be any form of debunk discussion, but what on earth is going on with those guys? You literally cannot use a sextant to find your position on a flat earth. It doesn't work. It relies on the properties of a globe, and yet they're not just trying to ignore it or say no, it doesn't. They're actually saying that it's proof of the flat earth, and it proves the earth is not a globe. I mean, this is unreal. And I did that video the other day, and I put a community post up saying it's doing really well. I think it was 32% higher views than normal. Well, a little later on, it went up. It went up to about 44% above my normal video views at that stage. Absolutely incredible. So thanks, Mitch. Anyway, he's done a response. He's done a response. What a load of tosh. He still doesn't get it. Sorry. Brian Pop Robson, Monty Python. Can we call you Bruce to save confusion, wasn't it? Wasn't that Monty Python? We're all Bruce. Yeah, this is Bruce. This is Bruce over here. Can we call you Bruce to save confusion? I'm sure that was it. Let me know if I'm right. Sorry, what was I saying? So he's done a response stream, and I think he's going on about it again today, but I've not looked at today's. No, I've caught him out in something. I'm going to issue him another monetary challenge. Only this time he will not have to do anything. He will not have to say anything. He will not have to produce any diagrams. He's just got to give me one time-stamped video link, and I'm going to give him some money. If that time-stamped video link shows what I'm going to ask him. And it should do, based on some of the stuff he said. But I don't want to give it away. That'll be coming up in a few days' time. And then what's he done? As I said, he's done another video about it today. Crazy. This here is Bruce. He's in charge of stalls and sheep dip. Bruce Sketch is Monty Python. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're right, C. You got a lighter flurf. Definitely. And well, the thing is, with regard to this monetary challenge, it's a really simple one. He's saying that something is the case, which is the case. The problem is he's never said it before, and all he has to do is provide me with a link. And if you're watching this, Mitch, don't worry about it now. It will be in my video. He has to provide me with a link to a video prior to today's date showing that he knew this thing. If he did, he gets the money. That's all he has to do. But I know he didn't know anything about it. I know he'd never talked about it. I know he can't give me the link. I know my money's safe. Yeah. Talking of money, Mr. Level Earth Observer, for some reason I still haven't received your email so that we can arrange a debate, because the fund for charity of your choice is standing at £3,100 for a debate. Win or lose, just turn up and have a debate. But I just can't get in touch with him. Oh, there you go. Liam's just asking about that. So, excuse me. Where's Wally? Good evening. If you want to hop into, if you're around and you've got a few minutes free, and I'll see you say morning all, do feel free to jump in to the live waiting room. We'll get you on the stream, because that would be great. If you're around, if you're up to it. I believe my money is safe. Where's Wally? Definitely. And everyone should listen to Wally. He said on video that I'm not a dummy. Isn't that right, Wally? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. Taking his latest to bits. But I tell you what, I say latest one. It's the one from yesterday. He played. Well, he's got to played at least 90% of my video. He's doing a bit of a flatzoid, playing huge chunks of my video, which did include chunks of his, but I played a little bit of his and then reacted, a little bit of his, then reacted. Oh no, he's just replaying most of my video and then a couple of times chucked the diagram over the top. So I think I'm actually within my rights to issue a copyright strike, or at least request he takes it down or re-edits it. However, I'm not going to, because I deliberately had baited the hook so that we could get into a tussle about this. He bit, I responded, he's responded again, so I'm going to leave it. But Mitch, if you happen to be watching, I'd just say, for your own good, just be careful how you use people's videos. You can use them and make fair comment, but that doesn't mean play sort of a 3-minute stretch and then just say, haha, you're an idiot, and then carry on. That's not really fair use. But as I said, I am letting it go because I feel I started this whole set of interactions, and I did. Although I see you're now claiming that I've fallen into a trap you set. Hey, Wally, when I sent you that, you asked for clips of video, didn't you, Wally? Say, hey, Mr. S, can you do a clip saying, I approve this message? You're going to need a globe with celestial navigation with a sextant or something like that. And I put that PS on, didn't I, Wally? PS, Mitch, when you are using celestial navigation with a sextant, you're not triangulating. And then I said to Wally, look, this is something extra. If you want to leave that on the end of my clip, that's great. If not, just cut it off, that's fine. Because it was a baited hook for Mitch. But apparently I've fallen into his trap. Don't quite see how that works. Greetings from Switzerland, and greetings to Switzerland. Chelsea Elsie? I don't know. My apologies if I got it wrong. Thank you, Dora and... Oh, man. Oh, Dora, I love you. Mr. S confirms he is a master beta. Nice. Wally, you're laughing at that. You shouldn't be laughing. You shouldn't be laughing. Yes, there you go. And Mitch, you happen to be watching it. 8:26 p.m. Where's Wally? Mr. Sensible. Yes, I asked for that. Oh, and I nearly cut that off too. Wow, I'm glad you didn't. I'd have found another way, because I've been, like I said in my video, I had been dropping the odd comment when Mitch was around on his videos or streams saying that, and no one noticed. And I didn't want to make it too obvious. That I thought was pretty damn obvious. And he should have thought, hold on, he's trying to catch me out on something. I'm going to look into this. Because if he'd have turned round, if he'd have had no idea but turned round and said, oh yes, well, I call it triangulation, that's just a colloquial term, but what we're actually doing is trilaterating, my game would have been up. But he had no idea. No bloody idea at all. All right. So, sorry, who was on it? Miss 42 says, we're on it. And David obviously says, like a car bonnet. I think he's on it like a fat kid on cake. That was in Shrek, wasn't it? Or at least it was in the musical. Yeah, in the musical. Donkey sang that. Yay, Wally. Now look at that. Look at that. What Wally's saying. Mr. Sense was so glad I didn't now, and I learned about trilateration. Absolutely. You've just said you learnt about something. Hey, I learnt about it too. What did I know about sextants before those idiots brought it up? Other than the fact that I knew that they'd be wrong. Almost by definition, if they bring something up, it's going to be wrong. When they started talking sextants, I started looking into it. And I've learnt so much that's probably of no use to me whatsoever other than fighting flirfs. One of those things was trilateration. But that's the difference, Wally, with you and I and people on the side, you know, our side of the argument. People who respect evidence and so on are willing to change their opinion, who are open to learn and are open to say, I didn't know that, or I was wrong. But I'm waiting for Mitch to say that. I think that burns in his throat. He knows he's wrong, and I'm going to show that he knows he's wrong. Definitely. Oh, right. His vid today is all about triangulating with a sextant. Wally, his vid yesterday was absolutely riddled with me, mostly because he played virtually my entire video. Was he going on about me again today, Wally? That's what I'd like to know. Oh, yes, trimitulation. I did see that. And someone said that one Mitch is enough. But not you, Mitch Goldstein. No. We can't have too many Mitch Goldsteins, of course. A bit like at the end of The Matrix with all the Agent Smith. It'll be all Mitch Goldsteins. But on the side of good and science, of course. And not some manic attempt to take over The Matrix. Or The Mitch Tricks. Actually, I don't know... first of all, apologies, I cannot remember the name of this person, otherwise I would give them credit. Someone said somewhere that they used a phrase in connection with Mitchell from Australia. It was such a good phrase, I said, I'm stealing that. And I am, because I'm going to use it as part of the title for my next video. If you are in here, please do not use that phrase again, because it was such a cracker that I want it to be a total surprise to everyone, rather than people hearing about it in dribs and drabs. Definitely. Oh, you are the cool Mitch. He's the cool Mitch. Not the silly flat earth Mitch. No, never have Goldsteins believed in flat earth, have they, Mitch? No, definitely not. Tiny Captains, too bad that a sextant is not mandatory on board ships anymore. Is that right? But then you'd have thought, I thought they still were, because how much space does one of those take up? Next to none. You just need someone who knows how to use it, and perhaps have a little practice every now and then. Because I did see someone make a comment earlier on today saying that they, sextants are going to be difficult things, and not sure they know how to use one and have to use a manual. Hey, I'll tell you what, I couldn't use one. The more I found out about it, the more involved I could see it is, and the number of settings and rocking them to make sure you've got everything right, and goodness knows what else. And I don't think I wouldn't expect Mitch to use one, but if he's going to use a sextant as an argument for flat Earth and against globe Earth, you'd expect him to at least understand the general principles, and he doesn't. I understand the general principles. I'm sure, without doubt, there are lots of technical aspects that I just am unaware of and don't understand. And even from the reading I have done, I've seen loads of stuff that it goes whoosh, It's so involved. So when someone who, well, to be honest, has not really been shown to be right about anything, suddenly makes some fantastic claim like that, where we know that ships have, sailors have used them for hundreds of years, that they're all wrong. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to it. It's crazy. So, yeah, if you're going to make a claim, at least understand generally about what you're talking about. Mr. Sensible, does Mitchell mitch his arguments off QE? Oh, he did have a QE. So his, I thought of a phrase for him, because we've got questionable education, stuff like that. But he's just a quote miner, isn't he? We got QE in that video. I'm not really going to deal with that because it's a right load of crap. He doesn't understand what he's talking about. If you've seen any Bob the Science Guy, in fact, Bob, I'm not sure it was a re-upload because I did see it yesterday. It seemed to be familiar. He was showing a whole bunch of quotes made by QE, where he's saying gravity is not a force with some random quote. Bob looks up the quotes and it says that. Unfortunately, when you look in context, the next paragraph or the paragraph after that, and sometimes the very same paragraph, actually debunk the twisted meaning that QE's taking out of it. All he's done is he's searched for a phrase like I don't know. He searched for a phrase like gravity's not a force. Oh, there's a scientific paper. Call it up. Grab that sentence. Job done. That's not how it works. Not how it works at all. Sorry, just scrolling back. Right. Okay, well, let's get a couple of people in. Who did I see waiting? Well, I'll tell you what. Person who's here right near, or two people who are here right near the beginning. I'll give you a second, just so you're all aware, guys. There's four of you in there. I'll bring you all in. What the hell? Let's have a blowout. So, there you go then. I'll bring you in almost at random. Hello, Mitch. Hello, Mr. 42. Hello, Captain Welshie. Hello, hello. Oh. I nearly forgot my desktop audio. Those other guys didn't speak, so you didn't miss anything. Hello, Captain Welshie. And hello, Glass Monster. Good evening, guys.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. S?
Sextants, Mitch, mainly. Sextants.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's nice to have a real Mitch on the show.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as you are representative of the Mitch community in this world, do you speak for Mitches? And can you say, is the world a globe or is it a pancake?
I will say this, that it is a very poorly known secret that people named Mitch actually secretly run the world.
Ah.
And because I never see this guy, Mitch from Australia, at any of our meetings, I have to assume he's a rogue Mitch.
Can I ask you, are you able to disclose, are you a 33rd level, Mitch?
No, I'm only 32nd.
Oh, okay.
I'm not quite 33rd yet. Maybe in 3 or 4 years
Okay.
I'll probably be.
Okay. Well, I see I've got a super chat from Now Pinion for 55 Swedish krona. Thank you, Now. Just joined the stream. Isn't it the 4th 1 minute debunk? I know I've submitted 2 and I missed 1. Planning for the 4th though. I thought it was 3. I don't know. 3 or 4. I'll have a count up. All right.
Put a little tilde before it, so make it approximately.
Yes. Well, that is. It's just a very flat one.
That's why it's good to have a scientist. Mitch, who's an actual scientist.
And Captain Welshie. Hello, Captain Welshie.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah. Is that just a name, or were you, or are you, a sea captain? Of your own
No, a little bit of story. Basically, it's named after. It's a bit of a play on. I like to say that it's named after a very, very obscure character from a play that was written by. I can't think of the guy's name now, but it was like one of the. I can't remember the guy's name who wrote the play, but I basically actually named it after Captain Morgan Rum. There's a play on that.
Oh, I see. Because I think, is it Tiny Captain? I think he is a captain of a...
Yeah, he's a real captain.
Yeah,
he's a real.
And I was getting muddled up. I think that's what it is. No, because I just wondered if you had experience of sextants. That was all.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah. And we got Mr. 42 in here, who's being very quiet, and I think is muted. So he can.
I actually know a little bit about sextants. I mean, amongst my many interesting diversions.
Many diversions, Mitch. Many.
Anyone who's been on the sea would not deny that the Earth is a sphere.
Well, Tiny Captain's in the side chat. Tiny Captain says, "I'm a real merchant captain." Absolutely, thank you, Tiny. But perhaps you can confirm, if you're allowed to, if you can let the cat out of the bag, is the Earth flat, Mr. Tiny Captain? Perhaps you let the chat know. Sorry, Mitch, you were just saying. Yeah, carry on.
I was just saying that I can't remember what I was saying. But yeah, sextant. What a sextant basically does, right? A sextant uses trigonometry to find out what your latitude is. That's what a sextant is. The problem comes with longitude.
Absolutely.
Because the Earth is spinning, there's nothing you can do to measure what time it is without already knowing how far you've traveled. It's an interesting problem. The longitude problem was actually solved by a famous non-scientist layman whose work was not recognized because he was not a member of the Royal Society. Fascinating story behind longitude. But sextants are about latitude. And the idea is that if you know the position of, say, Polaris, which is relatively fixed, it's on its way to not being the North Star, but we've got some time yet. And if you know that the position of that, and you can use the sextant to calculate from some other star, then you can find your latitude with a high degree of precision, just with a handheld instrument. It really is amazing. You don't need anything else.
It is the fourth 1 minute debunkies. I've had it confirmed. Thanks, Colon. Yeah, because the problem was clocks back then had pendulums, which is a bit of a problem if you're tossing and turning on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pendulums on a boat, easy to fix. Use a counteracting pair of pendulums.
Oh, well, there you
They're
go.
Symmetrically balanced.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I don't know about it, but I know it was the
helps.
invention of a ship's chronometer. That's what solved the problem, wasn't it? So then
Yeah.
if you know what the time is, then you can work out your longitude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
actually,
worked
John Harrison was a carpenter, and he, through trial and error, devised a system using counter pendulums, springs, all manner of whatever sort of trick he could figure out over time. Iteratively discovered how to make a seaworthy clock.
Clock.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing what you can do with counteracting pendulums or counteracting flywheels.
And I will put in the general chat channel a copy of a very interesting article about him.
Didn't they finally settle on flywheels for that chronometer, if I remember right?
Yeah, this is kind of early 18th century, so we were
Yeah.
not really ready for sports.
Well, Footy Mouth has just said, watch the movie called Longitude. It's a great story of Harrison, the guy who made the first nautical chronometer. Yeah, because it's all very well that this whole business of a GP of a star, a GP of a star is exactly known for an exact time, but it's only there for a moment and then it's moved on. At approximately 15 degrees per hour, I would guess.
I think it's exactly 15 degrees an hour, you'll find.
You know who we should ask? We should ask Bob, shouldn't we? He'd know. Thanks, Bob. Yeah. Isn't it funny how everything seems to tie back to that 15 degrees per hour?
Far be it from me to ring for someone else's channel, but Professor Dave Explains is another YouTuber that I've supported earlier in his career, and I've kind of moved on. But I still like to watch his channel, and he had a whole series of basic. They were quick debunks of flat Earth that really didn't involve the use of any history, science, math, or equations. And they were all so absolutely radiantly simple that it's still just kind of astonishing that we're still even having this conversation. Just the fact that we all see the same face of the moon at the same time and the same phase of the moon at the same time is enough to prove the only configuration that can work is a sphere.
Well, there's lots of proofs like that are definitive.
Right.
But we know that they just ignore it. I mean, I don't mind. Even if we said, right, guys, what shall we do? Let's split 50-50. You lot argue for flat Earth. We'll argue for globe Earth. In that, it does bring up thoughts and ideas, prompts learning about things like sextants. That's not a bad thing. The problem is some of those guys are actually serious. Some of those guys are persuading people who, let's say, are not capable of judging the arguments and the evidence on their merits, and ending up in a rather unfortunate position, accepting stuff like that is patently false. And that's not good. I've just had a super chat. Let me just read that out. I'm just refreshing. It's from Mr. David Oliver again. Thank you, David, for £5 again. Mr. Sensible, the Earth is in the shape of a cheese wheel. Prove me wrong. Why should I do that, David? Because you're right. I'll agree with you on that. Yeah, definitely. A nice Stilton. Definitely a nice Stilton, I reckon. That's the only...
Six times more sense than Mitch from Australia.
Yes. Well, that's the only discussion. Is it Camembert? Is it cheddar, gorgonzola, Stilton? That's the only thing that's up for.
Ball.
Those are the only things that are up for argument. It's a globe. The problem is what flavour.
No, it's a cheese ball. It's the cheddar cheese ball. Of course, it's got to be cheddar. What else would it be?
Well, FE Peer Review says what we've proven is that flat earthers aren't really interested in evidence. Something else is going on in their minds entirely. Yeah. I mean, there's some who are grifting, like Nathan Oakley, who we know knows it's not flat. He's just out to screw people for money. There's the religious side of it. People, I'm not going to argue the pros and cons of the religion itself. That's not, I don't think that's my business. But they're using that to try and justify their religion. There's some people who don't know better, and there's some people who are just downright nasty and want to troll. Talking of trolls, D-Rich1 Media, that guy who made, I think, 8 videos targeting me in less than 24 hours, has been at it again. I suggest you don't go over and look at it, because it's not even a video argument about me. He's just put this video up. It's about 8 minutes long. I think Colon may have had a brief look at it. It's some arguments about health in America, or COVID, or goodness knows what else. And he just tagged me, or in effect tagged me. Mr. Senseless is like this, or something like that, in the title. So I'm still living rent-free in his head. And he's been going at it in my comments channel. I think it was FE Peer Review and a couple of others have kept him responding, keep responding to him, and he kept on coming back to help my algorithm. They said that he's working for me for nothing, and I'm living rent-free in his head. Where's Wally? Says it's about t-shirt sales. Yeah, there's that as well. Although, to be honest, from what I've seen with regards to t-shirts, unless you're selling those t-shirts for a hell of a lot of money, it's probably not worth it. You're not going to sell that many. You're not going to make a living flogging t-shirts. Not making $1 or $2 on a shirt. No way. And is Mr. 42 here, or is he still just there silent?
I'm here.
Oh, you are here. Hello, 42. How are you?
I wasn't here before when
I
you
know.
dragged me in, so I came back and the conversation started, so I just kept quiet.
Yeah. If only Mrs. Sensible would be like that. Yeah. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Good,
How are you?
good. Yeah. I'm still.
You sound a lot better than last
than last time. Yes, that was bad. That was really bad.
Yeah.
As you may have gathered, I've been having lots of fun with Mitchell from Australia. Not Mitch Goldstein. Mitchell from Australia.
I've been
Oh,
following
Mitch has
today.
dropped out.
Oh, Mitch.
Oh, there he is. Sorry, Mitch. I don't know what happened to you. I'll bring you back in.
I was actually watching Mitchell live today for about 10 minutes, and then I was like, yeah, nothing new.
Yeah.
You just ignore what was said.
Well, Colon's just said in chat, he said he did look at it, because I'd said to Colon that he was at it again. And it says it's pathetic and theft of a full video with no formative changes. Yeah, I did see that, and actually, I've forgotten the guy's name. Some guy with several 100,000 subscribers, if I recall, and he's just lifted the entire video. But it's not the first time he's done it, Colon. He's got other videos, David Coley or David Corey Show or something like that, and he just lifts the entire video and put a title on it saying that Mr. Senseless is just like this or something like that. That was it. So he's going for a copyright strike. If I haven't let David Corey Show, whatever his name is, I haven't let him know. He should eventually get a copyright alert, but that can actually take quite a while to come through. But of course, if someone has told Mr. David Corey, or whatever he is, about it, I wouldn't be surprised if he used a copyright strike. I certainly would if I was in his position.
So what did he take your whole content?
No, not mine. This D-Rich1, he's taken someone else's video, about 8-9 minute video, or 8 or 9 minutes from a video, I'm not sure which, and just uploaded it and just put a title on it aimed at me. It's not even anything about Flat Earth or Globe. If it's not anything about me or anything I've said, it's totally unrelated. The guy is a pepperoni short of a pizza, I think. But there we go.
Yeah, it was about.
I thought the pizza didn't even exist. You sure it's only a pepperoni short? No, the pizza doesn't even exist yet.
A pepperoni short of a globe-shaped pizza.
As my old man would
pizza
say, a
doesn't
couple
exist.
of pence short of a shilling.
Definitely. A sandwich short of a picnic.
Couple of pennies short of a pound, I would say, but there you go.
Yeah. Anyway,
Short
I mean,
of a quorum.
I don't know why he's doing it, but he does react big time. Because all he did was he commented, so all I did was pinned it, and straight away people started commenting him that the troll was back. And in that thread, he I don't know, put 30 or 40 posts, and they're all thanking him for helping drive the algorithm on my channel, which just got him riled. But hey, I didn't go to him; he just came to me. Pizza balls, you should copyright that, Mr. S. Thanks, Island.
How does the cheese stay on, Mr. S?
Well, the cheese stays inside. Or perhaps
Oh,
you.
I see you put it on the inside.
Well, it could be. It could, or perhaps you put what do you call it? Like a lot of hot dog or something like that on the inside, and the cheese would stick to the outside due to because it's it's denser than the surrounding air, so it's bound to fall downwards towards the dough base. The dough.
It's amazing that it
surface.
always seems to fall down. Isn't that amazing?
It's incredible.
I
Incredible.
wonder why down is preferred.
I mean, of course, sextants only work on a dough ball pizza. This is getting silly. Strange.
But you could
and
always,
silly.
well, what about a deep fried hot dog? That's even more weird.
Is this such a thing?
I don't know. Maybe Scottish. I don't know.
Oh, thanks, C. Let's have a quick look. Oh, right. About. I'm going to have to find it, though. Apparently, there is some information in the chat. Ah, right.
There's a quick link to your server in the chat if they want
Right.
to join us.
Here it is. It's a link, apparently, about Harrison's clocks and the longitude problem. There we go. I've posted it anyway. Thank you, guys. Well, Mitch posted that to me. Actually, Mitch, you're a mod, aren't you? You can post on the live chat.
I certainly can.
Yeah, you could have done it there.
No, but for some reason, Discord wonked out on me for a few moments.
Oh, I
had
did.
to
Yeah, I did see it
restart.
dropped out. Yeah, never mind. Ah, there we go. Ace Fox one. Fromage density disequilibrium. Yeah, definitely. But don't tell Anthony Riley.
I've got a-
He'll be chucking
I've got a
eggs in it.
Sexto formaggi. Well, maybe there's another planet that has 6 seasons, and
It
they
could
probably
be.
have a pizza that's in 6 different sections. How about that for speculative?
I tell you what did take me took me some while to teach my daughter. We occasionally have pizza. We have a pizza wheel. What do you do with the pizza wheel? You roll it backwards and forwards, pressing down to cut the pizza. Don't you, Mitch?
But I suspect that there might be other ways of applying it or using
Well, yes, according to my daughter, yeah. What she does, she held the pizza wheel up and stabbed it down, keeps stabbing it across.
That's downright dangerous
I know.
behavior.
I'm surprised she didn't shatter the plate. No, just press and roll it. No, she said, I want to do it like this.
Has she never been to a pizza restaurant, Mr. S?
Goodness knows where she got it from, but she now does it properly. Unlike flat earthers who get a silly idea in their head, call it good, and stick with it.
Well, we have a great place. It's famous in Pittsburgh, anyway.
Mm.
And they make their pizzas in a very sort of unique way. The pizzas, they add a little bit of malt to the pizza dough. So it has kind of a pretzel taste to it. And they make it the crust super, super thin in the center and super, super thick around the perimeter. And it poofs up a lot on the outside. It's called Vinny Pie, Vinny's Pizza, Vincent's Pizza Park. And it's like probably the best pizza I've ever had that isn't actual proper Italian pizza.
I like thin crust pizzas. I don't like the thick doughy ones. But then
And in the middle where the toppings and the cheese are, it's wonderfully thin. It's just around the perimeter that you have this super high wall, very much like the flat Earth model. That has, that's what just reminded me of that, right? So you could think of the center of the pizza as kind of like the North Pole,
so
where everything is all sort of
so the
gathers
Earth,
together.
so you're saying, did George Musa say that the Earth isn't a pizza, but you can think of it as a pizza?
Sure.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I've had so many laughs with this whole flat Earth thing, with so many idiotic things that they've said. I really have. And as I said, I've learnt so much over these past, well, I suppose 3 years now. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
And my personal favorite is the personal dome.
Yes.
The personal dome definitely wins the. If there was an Oscar for stupid flat Earth theories, it would be. Because it's the only way that you can explain this whole phenomenon where we all see the same face of the moon in the same phase. And what's also interesting is that if you know the angle of the moon, right, the angle that it's rotated, you can also guess your latitude by looking at what the a number of degrees that the moon is rotated from the equatorial angle. So if you were to standing on the equator and you were to look up at the moon and then walk north, you'd see the moon rotating in the sky. So in the southern hemisphere, they don't see the man in the moon, they see the upside down man in the moon. And the closer you get to the equator, the less it looks like a man. So that's kind of like a northern, Tropic of Cancer and up phenomenon. Everywhere else, there's no man in the moon. And they have a rabbit in the moon. They have other things in the moon. But, it's a very sort of unique, distinctive northern hemisphere, temperate latitude prejudice, I guess.
Mm.
Also interesting, I have something interesting I found out yesterday, is that 90% of the population of humanity lives in the northern hemisphere. That is staggering to me.
Yeah, but that's, who was that made an argument about that? I've forgotten his name now. I did a video about him recently, and he was saying that so much of the land mass is in the north, supposedly, and so much of the water, percentage of water in the north and water in the south, land mass in the north, land mass in the south, the population in the north and the south. Therefore, the earth is top heavy, and so it would be the other way up.
Thanks, Ace Fox. Pizza crust wall guarded by penguins yielding pepperoni.
Pepperoni
Penguins
penguins.
are our team in Pittsburgh, our hockey team in Pittsburgh.
Happy
Or the
feet guards the
Penguins.
ice. Oh man, yeah. So I'm looking forward to doing this Mitch video. Mitchell video.
I'm actually going to run. I actually have to go back to work.
Oh, have I offended you now
Unfortunately,
by calling him Mitch?
No. Hardly. I'll just mute out and jump back in later if I can. But I actually, my company is still actually operating, so I gotta go back.
No worries.
But it's been wonderful talking to you, and
It's
Well,
been
I'll try to stay on and catch up with you later. But I got to jet.
it's been emotional.
Well, we'll miss you. Just stay here muted. We'll miss you.
Well, okay.
otherwise.
Catch you later.
See ya. Take care. Say hi to Julie. Right. Yeah. Other videos I've done, I've gone back to another old favourite of mine, Mr. Matt Powell, official, because he's putting out more idiocy. I just had an alert from Skyman Dan, whoever he is, done a new video about the Grand Canyon. I thought, oh no, he hasn't, has he? Apparently Kent Hovind's done something about the Grand Canyon and thinks it was created in a week. But I've literally just finished and uploaded a video ready to go about Matt Powell, because he's talking about the geologic column in the Grand Canyon, and he doesn't have to talk a lot of derp. So that video is ready to go. I just need to decide when to release it. It's Wednesday today, isn't it? Probably Friday evening, I should think.
Have you seen that video where he's going off on someone? Or his audio of going off on someone?
Oh God, which was it? Kent or Matt?
Matt Powell. He went
Yes.
absolutely ape shit on.
Yeah, it was just audio, wasn't it?
Yeah, a guy called Joey apparently, and he went absolutely mental. It was a 2-minute video.
Yeah. That's right. Really berating him and that. I can't remember the details, but I did see that.
Well, apparently the guy was installing a window or something, and then Matt just went absolutely able with this guy. There's no apparent reason.
Yeah. Well, sorry to just change the subject back. Wally said we're busted Friday / Saturday. Mitchell is having Brian's Logic on to explain sextants. We're done for. Well, actually, Wally.
Oh God.
Yeah, actually, Wally, I have some secret news about Brian's Logic, which I will be releasing in that video. Nothing horrible at all, and not anything doxing. It's not that sort of thing, but some news. You might be rather surprised. I think a lot of people will be. I was pleasantly surprised, actually. Yeah, so Mitchell's pumping out so much of this crap. It's about an hour and a half a day, isn't it? It is literally hard to keep up with the stupid. I mean, I've been doing some. Wally's been doing a whole lot more of it. Yeah. Sorry, you were just saying, Captain. Hello, Captain Welshie. Have I got a nice little cuttlefish for you?
Howdy, sir. I was just going on about. I was just saying about with Matt Power the video. That's
Oh, yeah.
all. I was just talking about. I was just like, I knew what he was like. You know, you put it as like Posada being nice on the video, but at the same time, I thought there was something like not right.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like he's putting on a Posada, and I thought, I bet he absolutely rants and berates people behind the scenes, and I was proven right.
Yeah, it was rather nasty, rather a shock. I'm assuming it is the same audio that I've heard of. Or was there one about Kent as well? I'm not sure.
Well,
I certainly heard one.
in the chat. Apparently,
Great Tiny Captain is
channel's
in the waiting
been
room.
suspended.
Hello, Tiny Captain. Welcome to the channel. Just jump in whenever you're ready, Tiny. We'll carry on meanwhile.
There he is.
Hello, Tiny.
Hello.
Just say something else so I can just make sure your sound is all balanced.
Yeah, I'm saying something now.
You are indeed. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How are you?
Well, I'm fine.
As a tiny captain, can you tell us anything about sextants? I'm assuming, I think you said that they're not required in ships now, but I'm assuming that at one time they were, and you used to use them.
Yeah, I use them, but yeah, they're not necessary anymore because nowadays everything has a GPS. So they, yeah.
Which is quite accurate, really, isn't it? Although, of course, you're stumped if you go in the middle of the Pacific where there's no mobile phone towers, apparently. But hey.
Yeah, and still the GPS will work, but okay.
Yeah, somehow.
We know that.
Yeah. No, the fun part is that nowadays when you find a ship that actually still has the box for the GPS, or for the sextant,
Yeah.
you open the box and it's empty.
See, I mean, I think, well, why not leave it there? Leave it there with a manual, so at least, at the very, very least, if you've lost all GPS, you stand, you know, even someone who's totally out of practice or never done it before can sit there with a manual and struggle, but at least get some idea of where they are.
Yeah, that's correct. The thing is that they are very, very expensive, and everybody wants to have one.
Oh, yeah, true.
Especially this year.
Yes, it's the in thing in the flat globe Earth debate.
That's what we should do. Oh, why haven't I thought of this before?
Oi, Mitch, you're supposed to be at work.
Mr. Sensible brand laser gyroscopes. We sell them for £5,000, and they always show zero. They show zero trip.
Zero trip. Yeah, in fact, we could do that. Flog them to flat earthers. Just put a couple of LED lights that light up when you press it, and it lights up and says zero, and they can show that there's zero drift. Absolutely.
Zero drift.
Yeah.
Mr. Sensible brand.
Yeah, requires two
Red
AA
laser
batteries, and don't look inside it.
Or better yet, it requires a B battery. That'll drive them absolutely bad shit.
Or one of those old big chunky radio batteries, and they'll
Yes.
spend weeks trying to find one.
Dozens of them here. Yes.
The ones with the springs at the top.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the B battery is the one for low voltage on the radio. Or sorry, the high voltage, 42 volts or 22, depending on which one you buy.
I'd love for you to find me a B battery in the Walmart. I bet you will not find one.
Nope. But you can go to Electronic Supply and get them. Antique Supply.
So, Tiny, what do seafarers think since those since sextants just aren't there anymore? Do they think this is a mistake? You should have them at the very least as the ultimate backup.
Yeah, that's kind of divided. For me, it's I would love to have one on board because it's the best thing to have because everything can run out of power or anything.
Yeah.
The problem is you still need to have a map. That's where the big problem with sextants, right, Tiny Captain, is that if you have a sextant, you still need a map to tell you what the angle is.
Sorry,
Correct, because you have to
What?
get your lines. Your lines of the brain. Yeah.
My apologies, guys. Multi Tom Tom says, shout out to Mitchell from Australia. Oh, Multi Tom Tom. Oh, Multi Tom Tom, you've been gone for months, and your first thing you say is an absolute corker. Oh man, good evening to you. Sorry, guys. So we were having a serious conversation there before you spoilt it, Multi Tom Tom, with your immense humour. You should go on stage as a stand-up comedian. That one will have them falling over themselves in the aisles. Oh, sorry, guys. What are we just talking about? We're having a nice conversation about sexting.
Talking about using a vintage A battery to run your pseudo unit. That way, they'd never have to buy a new battery. Use an old A battery for radio.
Was it? I thought we were talking about sextants. I missed it. Sorry, guys. That wiped my mind. That did. Oh dear. Oh, where the you are? Yes. Just call me Abby. I've got that clip. I've used it in a video before now. You are a sad, strange little man. Farewell. Buzz Lightyear. Oh, Tom Tom. Hey, Tom Tom. I am still waiting. It is now coming up on what? 2 years now, I think, for that ultimate debunk video you said you were going to do. The video that was undebunkable. You promised you would do one and tag me so that I could try and debunk it. I'm still waiting, my friend. So just let me know as soon as it's ready, okay? Talking about Wolfie's sextant on the seat in a plane. Who's that? Is that Mitchell from Australia, Wally? I presume. Yes, Dora and Koo, you got it right. I just had a Brian freeze. Oh,
Certainly better than a Johnson freeze.
Well, that's true. Oh man. Oh yes, those the old batteries used to use in bicycle lamps, the sort of double ones. Do you remember the ones?
Well, I was thinking just the A battery, like they used to use in the old tube radio.
Is that the one with the 2 springs on top?
Yeah, it's got 2 terminals on the top. Puts out 1.5 volts. So you use 2 of them.
I'm sorry, Tom Tom. You're letting the side down. Your second joke isn't as good as the first one. GPS equals ground positioning system. Well, a slight chuckle.
That is almost funny.
Yeah, it would raise a slight chuckle. I think one of those sort of embarrassed chuckles. Oh man, do you know what? I love being on here with you guys. I really do, definitely. Right, Mitchell is trying to get that. Sorry, what's that, Wally? What? Wally, I'll actually say it. Look, I'm not trying to badge you into it, but you are most welcome to jump into the live waiting room. The Discord link should be below. You just need mic and headphones. If you have a few minutes.
He would love to, but cannot.
Sorry?
I saw him say before he would love to, but he
I
cannot.
just reposted the Discord link.
Right. Okay. I understand, Wally. Never mind. Well, as soon as you do get yourself sorted out, must get you on a stream because that'd be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I actually do quite a bit with Wally. We have a lot of backward and forward. We're talking pretty much every day on Discord. Definitely. So it'd be good to get you on here to have a chat. I think we chatted before, Wally, briefly. But yeah, it'd be good to get you on the stream sometime, my friend. Mr. Bean is way more intelligent than any flurf. Wow. Yeah. Oh, and those batteries are 3 LR12s. They're strange things, weren't they? Really odd shape. Hold on. Multi Tom Tom, that post you just made, I have no idea if that is correct or not. Please don't try and dox people. All right? If I see you try and do that again, you will be banned. Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, that place you said, I'm not sure if that's like a town or an area like, say, the north of England, which wouldn't really be doxing. But won't have that on my channel, okay? From anyone. If someone tried to dox you, I wouldn't allow that either, okay? So I should assume that's a mistake. I've removed it. End of. Don't do it again. Okay? Thank you. Well.
Is there one flat earther who isn't an asshole?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. He's still totally wrong.
Don't say Jake.
No, not
I guess, Kyle.
Because when you run down the list of these people, I mean, you come across some pretty heavy duty, not just ill-informed, not just conspiracy-minded, which is another way of saying weak-minded.
Yeah.
People who believe in conspiracies, by and large, kind of gravitate towards each other in this kind of denial of simple reality in favor of some complex reality that suits their purpose. So it's just so sad. It really is. There's so much money being collected by the con men in flat Earth, and these people they just don't get it. They're getting fleeced.
Well, they are getting fleeced.
Sad.
But look at someone like Nathan Oakley, and he's got what, 20,000, 22,000 subscribers. I'm just coming up on 12, so he's got roughly double. But my videos get, well, he doesn't really do videos now. He does streams and cuts of streams, but he doesn't get that many views really. I don't know how many members he has and what he gets in super chats and that, but considering the apparent size of his channel, I don't think he does very well.
I don't think that's how he makes his scratch, though. I think he's got some other lines of communication and other sources that he taps people for his flat Earth research.
Well, Multi Tom Tom has just mentioned Nathan. Multi Tom Tom has come up with joke number 3. Nathan is ace. Tom Tom, you can improve that. You need some comedic timing. Nathan is ace. Whole. Okay? That might help. We get a few more laughs out of it then. I'm determined that Multi Tom Tom should be a successful comedian, guys. Try again, Tom Tom. Oh, I haven't laughed so much today, really. Yeah, but the thing is, Mitch, guys, some of them are just pure nasty. Some are really, really nasty. And actually, some of the ones who appear okay have got a little bit of a nasty streak in them. I mean, with Mitchell, he came on my stream at one time. Then we had the debate, and that seemed to go okay. It's a debate. It's to and fro, arguing and so on. But then he's still, all this time later, still using that cherry-picked misquote, which is lying. But then look at this whole thing about the challenge, the monetary challenge I gave to him, because I knew he wouldn't be able to succeed. And he came on here really stropping about where's his money. Do you know what I mean? He was not pleasant. Well. Everyone's gone quiet now, thinking about that.
No. It's my fault. I'm having a snack. It's against my
I'm
better
alive,
judgment.
but I was making noise, so I muted myself.
And Mr. 42, you are uncommonly quiet tonight, sir.
I have nothing much to say, actually. I don't know why.
Well, I tell you what have you been doing lately? Why don't you tell people what sort of videos you've been up to?
I did a video 2 days ago against Flat Earth Benjo.
Oh, yes.
About flight pods again. And I had a fun idea for my intro music. Instead of my normal music, I'd put in Jake the Asshole rapping about something for 12 seconds.
That was quite a rap, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I was like, hey, let's use that for once.
Yeah. Oh, Fight was there dancing to it, wasn't he?
Yeah, that is in the intro.
Oh, nice one.
And for some odd reason, I got more views than usual on that video. I'm not sure why.
Wow.
About 25% more.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
It's very difficult sometimes to know what it is that attracts people. Is it just the subject? Is it the title you gave it? Is it the thumbnail? Is it a combination of all three? Who knows?
Yeah,
it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Yeah. And today I had a fair share of a certain flurf that I didn't even know was a flurf, or I didn't even know the person. And he spams like Gary in the comments.
It wasn't that a D-Rich one, though, was it?
No, it was some. I forgot the name already. I don't care about.
No, that's right. You can't let it bother you, can you? If you got thin skin, you don't want to be putting YouTube videos up.
Exactly. Well, some do it, and then yeah, you know what happens.
Oh, that Banjo dude is messed up. Poor Banjo, says Ace Fox 1. Yeah, he's a bit odd, isn't he? He's the one who had that little 3D model that he put water in it. Did you ever see that, 42? His model of the Earth.
No, I did not.
Oh, right, that's worth... And he had a little toy... Well, not a toy. It was a little model boat. I think it was a cork with a little paper sail. And he was blowing it around, showing how it could circumnavigate the Earth. Utter crap. And did you ever see his... Was it him who had that flat Earth map? Or... No, it's... Who was the guy who sort of kicked off with Orphan Red? I've forgotten his name now. I think he got into a relationship with Orphan Red. But he had... Well, perhaps it was him who had this model of the Earth. But he produced a map of the Earth. A real strange, distorted thing. Really odd.
And it's quiet again.
It is indeed. So I was reading some of the chat. Oh, to end the quietness, David Oliver. Thank you, David. You saved my bacon. Super chat £5. I've got the COVID-19 booster vaccine and the flu vaccine at the same time this Saturday. Good for you, David Oliver. Mine I booked last night. Mine is Tuesday. And yeah, they're doing both. I can have the flu at the same time as the COVID booster. Oh, yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I got it. A couple Fridays ago.
Yeah.
If you start dancing, I'm gonna use you in my intro as well.
I got to dive off real
Yep,
soon.
got it. At least 12 seconds. That's the length of my intro.
Well, if you want more than that, you should go back to have a look at my, I think it was 3K sex dance video. If you have a look at my back catalogue, there's quite a bit of dancing in there then, 42. I'm sure you could grab something from there. And Fight the Flat Earth and Team Skeptic.
Oh, no, I've got to see it. Yeah.
Absolutely right, FE peer review, Antonio Subarats. That's the guy. He got caught up with Orphan Red. Things didn't quite work out. Lots of rumours flying around, which we won't discuss. And Orphan Red became Orphan Blue and Mensa Girl. She changed her name to Mensa Girl and then Orphan Blue on OnlyFans, where apparently she's very popular for her flat Earth pictures. Yes, I'm sure she's got lots of 14-year-old teenage boys as members. Rather dodgy. Oh, Kev has had...
I've been dealing with...
Sorry, Mitch, you go on.
I was going to say I was having a little chat with our friend Multi-Tom-Tom. A sad individual. We have tried to get him to come on the channel, right? For about 2 years now.
Yes, yeah. Well, to be fair...
Tried to get him to come and actually have a proper debate. You know something? You can't... There's no such thing as a flat Earth debate.
No,
there
but I do insist
there's
though,
no
Mitch.
Evidence.
Mitch, I do insist.
This is all about people that have these shaky personality issues, and they bury themselves in some sort of spiritual thing, and their spiritual thing is tenuous at best. So they need the flat, or they need the Earth to be flat to validate their their, irrational belief
Well-
in the literal Bible. That's what it's all about. It's all reverse engineering
It certainly is for
to
some.
support, these super flawed views of the world. Maybe at one time, in the Bronze Age, it was valid, but
Well, I
Not
do
anymore.
want to give Multi
We
Tom
gotta
Tom
move
some
past.
credit, Mitch. Multi Tom Tom did come on the channel, didn't you, Tom Tom? Just briefly, not in a debate, and he wasn't expected to be in a debate. I asked him, and he did come on.
It happened again.
He was on just for a couple of minutes, so I do want to give him that credit for that, because he's obviously got more balls than a lot of those flat earthers.
Ouch.
So, Tom Tom, honestly, credit to you for coming on that time. It was fine, wasn't it? And that's cool. But yeah, it would be great to have you on to actually have a discussion, or even if it's an informal discussion, so not a win-lose debate, just a discussion about something. You can see my email address, it's in the descriptions, mr-sensible@hotmail.com. If you ever fancy it, just drop me a line and we can arrange it. It can be perfectly pleasant, and we can even have a laugh. Okay, a lot of it might be at you, I'll be honest, but it would all be good-natured. Wally's got a link to something with a timestamp. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Orphan Red. Someone said about Patricia Steer. I didn't think that Subarats had a thing with Patricia Steer as well. I just thought it was Orphan Red, or maybe I'm wrong.
Your audio just cut out. Sensible.
Oh, no, you're right. It wasn't.
Your audio is still gone.
Yeah, but that's probably just for you on Discord. It all looks okay to me.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Patricia Steer, wasn't it? I'm sure it's Patricia Steer, so I think I was wrong. Yeah, so Mandelbrot said that, yeah, not Orphan Red. Oh, blimey, I nearly set him up. Oh, Multi Thompson says there are 0 planets. Well, that's a shame. Have you got a pair of binoculars, Multi Tom? Look at Jupiter and you can see the moons orbiting around it. Have a small telescope or whatever. You'll see the phases on Venus.
Citation needed.
I still think we're standing on a planet.
Oh yeah, there's that one as well, isn't it? The one we stood on. I didn't think of that one. Thanks, Liam. Audio's okay. Yeah, it could be a Discord glitch.
I
Glass.
heard you just fine.
Cool. And I've got another message from. Oh right. Wally dropped me a link. Okay. Problem's going to be. Was that the right thing? Let me just have a look. Apparently it's right. It's a certain position. It's got adverts on it, so let me just play the adverts first. Then I have to see if I can hook it in to the stream real time. That might be fun. I hate doing stuff like that because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to screw up. Oh no! Gosh.
Contact.
Triangulation using a sextant. Oh, another advert. I don't really like giving him all this advertising revenue. Oh god! Oh, he's talking about triangulation and trilateration. Yeah. Oh, what does it say there, Mitch? What is trilateral? I'm just reading this. It says that he's got some web page pulled up. What is trilateration? Trilateration is the more common method for position calculation. Trilateration uses the known distance for at least 3 fixed points in 2D space, or 4 points in 3D space. What did I tell you, Mitch, you great drongo? Sorry, I don't think I'm going to be able to set that up quick and easy to play, because I've not got things sort of configured in that sort of mission. But actually, let me post the link. If anyone wants to play it for themselves, I think it's about 20 seconds worth, so you guys can have a look. Unfortunately, you'll all be giving advertising revenue to Mitchell, so think carefully. Otto Pants, don't ask Tom what the sun is made of. He thinks that the moon is what was it? Tom plasma charged by the sun, something like that.
I always thought it was made of cheese, but
Well, yeah, I'd go for that other than over and above plasma. I mean, how are you going to eat plasma? Why would God make the moon of just plasma when he could make it from some nice Wensleydale?
I would say strong cheddar, but
or cheddar, yeah. We could have different areas, cratered areas where the Wensleydale has been, crated out, and you can get to the cheddar underneath. Perhaps it could be.
And East Portion Park could be like Stilton.
Sorry, I'm still.
What?
I mean, yeah, go on, Glass.
Why wouldn't the entire thing have to be all made of one kind of cheese? Why couldn't it be hundreds and hundreds of types of cheese, just depending on where you explore?
It could be.
You got your layers of it, like tectonic plates and the mantle and the crust and core.
Yeah,
all different kinds of cheese all the way down.
In my video, I explained my new theory of culinary geology with the different levels of the Earth. With the centre of the Earth being Vindaloo and so on, out to the crust of poppadoms and poppadom tectonics, with mountains being samosas. So yeah, it's quite possible that the moon is made from different layers of cheese. Of course, it's part of the new science. Evidence not required, apparently.
Right.
But
it's
we
not
can
flat.
probably find out what the densest cheese is to tell what the core is made of.
Well, actually, I was thinking about that the other day, 42. My very, very first cheese experiment was aimed at that TikTok guy who likes targeting children, whose name I can't remember and of whom I don't like speaking anymore. I used grated cheddar cheese to debunk that Mr. Anthony Riley with regard to his relative density disequilibrium crap. And that's how the cheese started on my channel. And I haven't had much in the way of cheese experiments lately. I know I do get comments about it. I did visit a cheese shop on my little trip away.
Yes.
Genuine cheese shop. Got an excellent piece of Stilton. Definitely.
Yeah, I made a comment before when you could have done an experiment with cheese, but you didn't. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, it's quite difficult thinking of cheese experiments, I must admit. It's a new and developing field, and there's not many people currently working in that field. So,
You're a pioneer.
I am.
I'll stick.
Oh, we got thanks, Colon. We got another guest in here who I didn't notice. So thanks for heads up, Colon. We have Schmorka. Hello, Schmorka.
Hello.
How you doing, Smoker?
Good evening to you. How are you?
Okay.
Sorry, can you say something else? I just want to check your audio.
Hello.
Yeah, a little low. I'll just boost it a bit. So how are you?
Kind of okay.
Good. Have you been following the stream? Did you see all the stuff about Mitchell and sextants?
No, I just come in right now.
Well, actually, sorry to jump away from that for a second. Effie Peer Review said the grated cheese videos were my favourite, still vivid in my mind. Thank you, Effie Peer Review. Appreciate that. It was fun. And Doran Koo is asking, how is the YouTube cheese plaque doing? Any new life forms? This may be a good chance to present that YouTube plaque, because there may be people here who've never seen it before. Let me just grab it. I'll only be a second. Oops.
Mr. Jones 1972 is in the waiting room.
Of course, I've managed to knock just about everything else. Yeah, I see Mr. Jones. Let's just bring him in as well then. Hello, Mr. Jones. Good evening to you.
Hello, how are you?
Hello,
You all right?
hello. Here it is. Mr. Sensible, 1,000 subscribers, cheese YouTube plaque.
Oh, I've seen better days.
That's amazing.
Actually, on my camera, that I can see the triangle in the middle, it looks like this. It's probably the green screen, or it's some sort of nanites. It might be nanites in the middle. I'm not sure. I can see movement. What do you
I
reckon?
think
Is
that's
that
board
me?
technology.
It's growing a new life form.
Yeah, look at that. I must admit, I thought that was inspired when I made that. Do you know, I actually had some flat earther criticising me. Oh, look, you're boasting that you've got 1,000 subscribers, showing your plaque you got from YouTube. I got these from YouTube. Oh, yeah, they sent me some processed cheese and a plaque. Great donkey. So, Dora, no new life forms. Doesn't really smell of anything either. It's the summer where it's most interesting. But I need to work out... I think we worked out the date for that. I don't know if anyone wants to see the date of my 1,000 subscriber video by looking back on my playlist. It'll be quite a while back to find out the date. I should have had the date on it. If you find it out, I'll write the date on the back so I know for next time, because I'm sure we did that before. So if someone can let me know, that would be great.
I guess you will have it in 1 minute from someone in the chat.
I know. People are astounding. Oh, apparently NASA lies, says Tom. Yeah,
that old chestnut again.
yeah, NASA lies.
Apart from when they talking about gravity or something, or
Oh,
that's
then.
when they're talking about a flat and non-rotating Earth.
Oh
They're
gosh.
telling the truth.
I actually, in my, or actually, I can't remember which debate it was. I was having a debate with someone, and they were talking that they actually brought that up. And later on, I said, imagine I'm throwing a like a light beach ball to you, okay? Because we're going to calculate, the arc or whatever. And he said, yeah. I said, well, assume there's no wind, so it doesn't blow away. Okay. I said, well, you just assume that. They're just assuming a flat Earth for ease as well. It's exactly the same. There we go. Has no one found this? I'm surprised. Oh, cheese plaques hibernate in the winter. This is probably true, FE peer review. Right. None of you guys... I'm greatly let down. I shall have to have a look myself. Playlists. There's I must admit, there's quite a few on there. Mr. Sensible playlist. And all I've got to do is... Oh, there's a sort on there. Will it sort by oldest first? Date added, oldest. So it shouldn't be too bad. Mr. Sleeping Warrior busted by cheese. Is it not going to tell me the date? Oh, that one. Come on.
That was the first video I saw you in, actually.
8th of July 2019. I'll tell you what. If anyone wants to grab this link...
Colin gave you the answer for the 1K special.
Oh, September the 7th, 2019.
Yes.
Wow. And there it is.
Write it on the back.
Oh, yes. Thanks, mate. Sorry, what? After all that. What was that date? September the 6th?
6? Yeah.
Oh, no, my pen's not working. Right, let's see if... That's September the 6th, 2019. For posterity. Yay! Thank you for that, Colon. I appreciate it. See, Colon's the man. He never lets me down, do you see? No.
But Dora was shortly after.
Oh, Dora got it as well. Oh, I didn't see. Thank you, Dora. I always liked Dora. Definitely.
Well,
and FE peer review got it as well. Mars is made of chocolate. That's where Mars bars come from. But the shipping is a bitch. That's probably why they're so expensive. Oh, Multi Tom, you're going for an encore. Outer Space is CGI rendering.
There's not much to render out there.
Tom, you can look at it. What about that? Someone was mentioning...
And they were rendering it 2,000 years ago.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, it does
Or whenever
mention
the
the
first
stars in the
telescope was
Bible.
invented.
It mentions the stars in the Bible, Tom. So does that mean that Jesus was CGI rendered? I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. Could be, Tom.
I guess it's simulation theory.
I'm sorry. Say again.
Simulation.
I guess it's simulation theory.
It could be simulations. Yeah, it's not much of an argument, Tom. It's a claim, but you need some evidence.
Yeah, please back it up with some evidence. I'd like to have a look at it.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then do some videos on it and then completely demolish it.
yeah. Unless, of course, your evidence is so good, and you know, Mr. 42, Mr. Jones, and many other people, myself, will just close our channels down.
All the mistakes.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah, all the vistas, yeah.
yeah, that's
I
all.
still would like.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
I still would like to know exactly how much glass cleaner it takes to clean the dome.
Yeah. Although, what's going to make it dirty? I don't know.
We got airplanes and pollution.
Pollution.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Rockets hitting it.
I think a few million gallons of Windoline will clean it up a bit.
but then you'll need a hell of a long pole on a squeegee or
one of
whatever
them
to clean it.
extendable- Yeah.
How do
One
they
of
get
them
up
big
into?
extendable pole.
But didn't Thompson and Widget say it was made of gold?
Gold? Wow. Transparent gold. Is it transparent? If it's transparent, Tom, then what are we looking at that's on the other side? If it's not transparent, that means the stars and that are on the inside of it. And since they moved, it must be that the dome's moving? Would it be? I don't know.
it's transparent aluminum. That's what they figured out.
Hey,
on
would
Star
that be
Trek.
worth something to you, laddie?
Oh, Star Trek 4
Yeah.
Voyage Home.
There we go.
Yeah, Star Trek aluminum. They're transparent aluminum. That's what it was. Really.
How do we know he didn't invent it?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I did
And
like
there's
that.
one Spaceballs that has a hatch.
Oh, that's a good question. Mike 71 Tom's asking who came up with CGI in the 1960s. Don't know. And didn't Vincent van Gogh paint a painting called Starry Night?
It looked a bit different.
Well, yeah, but I guess CGI quality wasn't up to much back then. it was PGI, paint generated images. They'd be up there on their backs on a scaffold painting the little stars.
Just reminded me of Blackadder 2, that, or Blackadder 2nd, where he stitches up that debt collector guy. And it's okay, we have the preliminary sketches or something. And, really, really funny. Check out Blackadder 2 if you've not checked it out. Really, really funny.
I've just had a message from Where's Wally saying Mitchell is actively cherry picking live. My problem is I don't know when I'm going to get time to watch it because I've got to do my Mitchell video. I've also got to do this horrible thing called work. I actually had someone the other day made a comment, a flat earther made a comment, and I put I don't know what it was I was saying, something like, I don't know, well, explain why the sun sets or whatever it was, crickets. And about an hour later, he did put some reply in, and he said, shortly after that, I think an hour after that, he said, "Oh, Mr. Sensible said crickets, but I posted an hour ago and he hasn't replied. I'm at work." Had you never thought that's a possibility?
Your comment was actually featured on Beth's Discord channel.
Which one?
That's where I saw the one with the crickets.
Oh,
I saw
right.
it on Beth's channel.
It's weird, isn't it? Absolutely weird. But I mean, when I say crickets, that's because I'm saying you're never going to answer. You're never going to come up with an explanation. Not that you've got 30 minutes to reply, no matter what you're doing. If you happen to be doing something like, I don't know, sleeping due to your time zone or working, well, obviously you're not going to answer straight away. But he actually called me out for not answering within an hour.
How dare you?
I know. Sorry, I'm still trying to watch. Van Gogh was crazy. Wow. Yeah, but he was...
All Dutchies are crazy. What do you expect?
Hello, computer. Yeah. Hello, computer.
I can confirm that.
I did enjoy that film. It was where it started getting silly, but it was fun.
Computer here. How may we help you?
I'm just checking to see if I've missed anything. Oh, good. Don't want to miss anything. I don't think I've missed any members' super chats, have I? I'm not sure. If anyone's interested in becoming a member, I don't know where the button is. There's a button somewhere for becoming a member. There's several different levels of member, or becoming a patron. Both members and patrons are really appreciated. What I will say is when I play the patron reel, that only lists the patrons. Not because I don't want to list members, but YouTube doesn't provide a function to give you a list of the members, which is not very good. There we go. There we go. They also take 30%. That's a bit steep, isn't it?
And that's why I switched to Patreon for you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was a member, then cancelled it and become a patron.
Do you know what? I did tell you that, you changed your name from Mr. 42 to your favourite Mr. 42, so you can get on the end of the list, so you're in a prominent position. I did think of just changing your name to something else just for a laugh, but I thought, no. Of course, if someone decides to patron and give a name starting with a Z, well, who am I to argue?
Don't give them ideas.
You'll have to change your name. You're going to have to think of something that starts with a couple of Zs and then something Mr. 42. Or go the other way.
Yep.
I'm not going to do it with strange, characters that, unprintable characters which has a high sort order. No, you're not going to get away with that. But I do know that you introduced yourself as your favourite Mr. 42, so I thought, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
You
it was
cunning fox.
I didn't do it to become lost in the list, but just to have the sentence "your favorite Mr. 42" on certain channels like yours. The position was not important.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm getting some beautiful comments from Where's Wally. I'm not sure, is Wally still, he might not be able to talk. Let's just have a look. Participants. No, he's isn't there. He's watching Mitch. And I believe that Mitchell is making himself, according to Wally, making himself look like a right idiot. And he even stumbled onto a page talking about GPS and trilateration. He's trying to back out without seeing too much. Thank you for that, Wally. Keep a copy for me. Oh, I do want to see that. Had a super chat from Nimrod, or Nimrod's cat. It may well be his cat. For 20 Swedish krona. Thank you, Nimrod, or Nimrod's cat. Can we go to Marathon and not Mars? Yeah, but that's full of nuts, isn't it? Full of nuts.
Like this planet, then, isn't it?
Actually, perhaps you'll send one to my missus. Send one to my missus. She's anaphylactic. She won't do well with peanuts.
Oh, Christ.
I could threaten her, just dangle a bag of peanuts in front of her, threaten to open it. She was in the pub and suddenly started coughing and said, oh, my mouth feels funny. Oh, my lips are swollen up. And the landlady said, what's up? She used to be our neighbour, moved down and run the pub down the road. I said, I think it's peanuts or something. Right, you horrible buggers, who's opened peanuts? Right, get out. She was wonderful. Just threw him out the pub for opening peanuts. But that's interesting. Perhaps I know between you guys, you know everything, right? Question for you, because we've never been, because Mrs. S only sort of developed this over the past couple of years, and we've not gone on a flight. Now I do know that some flights will say no peanuts because there's someone on the flight. How do you do that? How do you arrange it so that they know it's a peanut-free flight? If anyone knows, please let me know. And Graham Price, member for 6 months, sensible member. Ooh, I got a free chat. Hi, Mr. S. Well, get you, Graham. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for being a member for 6 months. Much appreciated. So, do you just get a message saying you got a free chat? I don't know. But I will try and I definitely want to find out about that. That it seems crazy that I've got a page, channel monetization. It shows me. Oh, hold on. There's a page for memberships. We had someone called Stellarium Celestia joined 0 days ago. So was that this evening during the stream? If so, I wasn't aware of it. It tells me recent comments by members on my videos, recent videos that members joined on. Yeah, but it doesn't list the free member chats. That's not very good. I don't know why they don't do that. Who knows? Who knows? But that seems to have got everyone else quiet. So sorry about that. So thank you, Graham. Appreciate that. Where were we, people?
All your flights on.
Oh yes, flights, peanut flights. So
Peanut
if anyone
flights.
knows how to do that, do you just ring the airline? I don't know.
But they
You
never
can
have
at least
peanut
try
on
that.
flights.
I've never been on a plane, so I wouldn't know.
Never been on a plane.
No,
I never
no.
heard about something like that.
Yeah, they'll do it, and they won't serve peanuts, and they'll tell people not to have or open anything with peanuts in it, because it only has to be literally in the air. Okay, the further the person is with the peanuts, I think the slower it takes to have an effect, or perhaps the longer it takes to start to become a problem. But she will notice it, and someone could be 10, 15 feet away just eating a bag of peanuts, and she'll she gets tingling in her lips, and then it starts affecting her, and then her breathing. She has to go outside. So you can just imagine on a situation like being on an aircraft with recirculating air, that's not good at all.
Yeah, I don't think they have filters for that, do they, on airplanes?
And we have more people in the waiting room for
Oh,
information.
yes, sorry, I was looking at chats from Wally, who's feeding me live information about the derp in Mitchell's video. And he said, sorry, Multi Tom Tom, apologise. He said, this is Multi Tom Tom meets Gary Wybangabad. So that sounds good.
That is a crash.
Isn't it? Of course, Multi Tom Tom may take exception to that. Okay, let's bring him in. We have Nimrod, or Nimrod's cat, and we have Mr. Whip, Mr. Joe Whip. Good evening, guys. Hello.
Hello there. Can you hear me?
Oh, Nimrod, you're very quiet.
Am I?
Go on, say again. I'm turning you up.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that sounds a bit better.
Hi, Nimrod. How you doing?
I'm still alive.
Oh, yeah, you're
I say that all the
too
time,
loud now.
and I haven't figured out why.
And sorry, who was the other one? Where is he?
Joe
I
Whitley
think-
jumped out.
Oh.
Mr. Whip
Done.
jumped out.
Oh, okay. And he's not in the waiting room, so I can't bring him back in again. Never mind.
No, he didn't want to come in.
Oh, well, that's fine. That's very fine. But if you're in the live waiting room, you are at risk. You're at risk.
That's why he jumped out. But I can answer your question about peanuts and flights if you want to.
A peanut flight specialist. That's just what I want. Who'd have thunk it? We've got physicists, we got musicians, we have peanut flight specialists. Go ahead, sir.
I work at an airport, so we get the
Oh, yeah.
question quite a lot from people with allergies and stuff
Yeah.
about how they deal with it on board. Most airlines pretty much will not guarantee that their aircraft is peanut free, because obviously during its operation in hours, days beforehand, they will have served peanuts.
Yeah.
But you can request that no peanuts be sold on board the flight, but they won't guarantee that there won't be peanuts on board, or just even the smallest trace of peanuts left on board.
What if
But
someone
they will-
happens?
Huh?
What if some kid or something happened to have peanuts on him and no one noticed it?
Well, I
Well,
guess
this
that's
is the
part
question.
part of their no guarantee thing. Yeah,
This is why they say no guarantee.
because she has those the stabby things in case of an attack. But and I suppose, let's say you're on a flight from here to Dusseldorf or whatever, a couple hours. It's not the end of the world. You could have a couple of stabbies and you're okay. But if you're on an 8-hour flight or whatever it is to Dubai, it could become a bit of a problem.
Well, this is the thing. What generally happens is if you're on like the first flight in the morning and the aircraft has been standing there for several hours, obviously there's less chance of peanut traces to be still left on board because
Yeah.
the aircraft has been cleaned and that.
Yeah.
And the crew will definitely request that anybody who does have anything with peanut products not open them.
Yeah, and I've heard that
because
on a
of
flight
peanut
before. Now.
allergies.
Yeah, and I've also
But
heard
again-
people moaning, saying, "Well, why should I not have my peanuts just because?" Well, it's not them being fussy; it's them not wanting to die.
Well,
Literally.
yeah, this is it. It's like, how would you feel if I set up this gun right in front of your face with a really very light hair trigger on it? The slightest bump could mean that it will shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
You know, would you like to have that instead?
What, sort of a la Reservoir Dogs? Was it No, Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction, wasn't it? When Vincent Vega and what's his name were transporting that guy, and he was on the back seat, and Vincent accidentally shot him in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Dora and Koo says stabby things. You mean pizza wheels, Mr. Sensible? No, not pizza wheels. But actually, Dora, the same daughter, true story, Mrs. S was acting as a school minibus driver. We took turns with other parents to drive a minibus. And my daughter, the same one, said, oh, Mum, there's a wasp has got in, there's a wasp. Oh, and she said, don't panic, just get my stabby thing out of my handbag. So she did. She said, what shall I do? She said, don't panic. And then she said, it's all right, I killed it. What do you mean? I hit it with a stabby thing.
That's one way.
It worked, but I don't think that's quite how they thought it would work when they designed them. Well, thank you, Nimrod. That's nice to know. Because
it's a very simple thing. Because I had a friend who was going to go on a long haul flight and asked about peanuts before he went on board, and they basically told him we can't guarantee, and they both decided not to fly. And because it's one of those things. But luckily enough, they paid their ticket was refundable, so they were able to rebook their flight and get onto a flight that they could give some sort of guarantee.
EpiPen, thank you, Judy. EpiPen, also known as a stabby thing, which is what Mrs. S calls it. You got my stabby.
Stabby thing.
No, that's brilliant to know, Nimrod, because I guess she can dose up on antihistamine, make sure she's got about 8 anti-stabby things. And if she starts swelling up, I'll just start stabbing her, stick them in all over her, like for the best.
And the crew on board are well versed in what to do if somebody does have an outbreak on things like that. It is part of their training on how to deal with passengers who are having allergic reactions.
Wow, that is also worth knowing. Yeah.
So the amount of first aid, first responder training that they have to go through just to be able to fly is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think as long as we're prepared. I mean, with her, as I said, when she was in the pub and someone opened peanuts, she started noticing tingling. She didn't drop down dead straight away. I mean, with her, it more affects her, so she starts. But I suppose then normally she would take herself out of the situation, go out the pub or the restaurant or whatever it is. When you're at 36,000 feet, it makes it a bit difficult. I could help her out.
It's a little bit more of a problem when you're.
You can always ring and ask the airline, but that's kind of useless because they're going to give you the answer. Oh well, we don't guarantee. But
yeah.
The best thing is ask at the airport when you're checking in, or if you're not checking in luggage when you're at the gate, say it to one of the gate agents or check-in agents. If you try and do it as early as possible, the better that they can pass the message on to the flight dispatcher, who passes it on to the crew.
Yeah.
I've had that question. I don't know how many times. I can't count it, and it's just like, just tell the crew when you go on board. I've already sent the message through. I know about you. But you have to tell the crew as well. You
would think that they would have something on the website, sort of, frequently asked questions. I see I've got a super chat from Sofa King Sleepy for $2 US. Thank you, Sofa King. What are these sex dance references I hear about? You really not know? I think it may have started with Team Skeptic, but when you get super chat from Swedish Krona, it's in sex, SEK. And so someone, I can't remember who, certainly Team and Fight's done it, and I've done it. We've done a sex dance when we had a super chat of not just 2 or 3 sec, but a reasonable super chat. Done a sex dance.
Yeah, I like to spread my sex around to all my favorite YouTube creators.
That's why you've been laid up. You caught something nasty, is that right?
Yeah, my
Well, about 3 months ago, my liver decided to go kaboom and bacterial infection, and this is the first time I've actually been feeling well enough to come onto a stream and talk to anybody.
Yeah,
my
but
11-year-old grandson threw a temper tantrum on the plane and threw his peanuts all over the place.
oh, that's good. We wouldn't be able to cope with that. Not if they threw them at Mrs. S anyway. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how my mother has always told me. She found out my older brother had peanut allergy. She was just walking along the street one day. Guy passed them eating peanuts, and my brother had a massive allergic reaction to them.
Wow.
Yeah. So he can walk into a room several hours after I've eaten peanuts, and he can tell me that I've been eating peanuts and what type of peanuts they were I was eating, whether they were dry roasted or honey whatever. He's like, "You're eating peanuts." I was.
Well, the thing is, she absolutely loved peanut butter, but there is stuff called I think it's called Wow Butter, something like that. It's about £15, because I think it's imported from the States, about £15 for an ordinary peanut butter sized jar. The jar looks like peanut butter. The stuff inside it looks like peanut butter. It smells like peanut butter. It spreads like peanut butter, and it tastes exactly like peanut butter. But there's no peanuts in it. Absolutely incredible stuff. It's rather expensive. Personally, I think it's a trick. It actually is peanut butter. They charge you a lot of money, and because it's like a placebo, she thinks there's no peanuts in it, so she doesn't know. Oh, I've got to act poorly. That's what I reckon.
There is a weird treatment for getting rid of your peanut allergies or making it less dangerous. It's by taking minuscule amounts, and then every so now and again you increase it till you're able to actually eat one single peanut without dying.
Absolutely.
But again,
it's desensitization, isn't it? Desensitization.
That's the word,
yeah.
Desensitization.
Yeah, because you can do it to all sorts of allergies. Yeah, that's true. And I see I've had a super chat from Mr. Carl Christopherson. Any relation to Chris Christopherson? I don't know. Maybe you are. For 20, I don't know what it is, 20 something or other. Hi, Mr. S. What do you mean, sex dance? You need to check out my video. I'm sure it was about my 3,000 subscriber special. I'm not sure, but there was one which perhaps one of the mods can dig it out. It's a short video with my sex dance in it. It's just a silly thing, Carl. It sort of goes like this, and that was about it, really. But it was fun. It was fun. Thank you for the super chat, Carl. I hope you're happy with that. It's not a nude sex dance, not for 20 seconds anyway. Oh dear. Actually, maybe I should threaten. Right, I'm going to do a nude sex dance unless people super chat me an awful lot of money. That could work. Could work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Nimrod. So basically, I guess as soon as we know which airline, because we're planning to go away. We're not. Well, I guess a lot of people haven't been abroad or anywhere particularly exciting for a long time due to the whole pandemic. But prior to that, it was quite a while since we actually had a proper holiday. I mean, I have been fortunate in that we went away for a week up to Scotland when we visited Fight the Flat Earth and saw Conspiracy Cats on the way. That was great. It was really nice, and we just had a few days away around the Melton Mowbray area just a short while ago. But a proper holiday. We've been waiting to do it for a long time, and managed to book a good chunk of leave end of March or early March, sometime in March anyway. And yeah, we've been saving for it for a long time, and also got a little bit of money, for inheritance. So we're going to treat ourselves. We're going to go to the Maldives, So
very nice.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Well, now I can say I'm one of the few people who can actually say I know something about that, and I love fluffy kittens.
Fluffy kittens. So what do you know about that?
I know a little stuff that goes on airplanes.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant about the Maldives.
No,
no.
not the Maldives, but the airplanes.
Oh, thank you. Colon, I was right then. The 3K sub special was the sex dance. There you go. There's a link. You'll enjoy that, everyone. Thanks, Colon. Appreciate that. Yeah, so as soon as we know what the airline is, because, yeah, that was fun. Guess what I found out 2 days ago? Bloody passports run out. And I think, I better not book the holiday and then find there's an issue getting a passport. We'll have to do that. Oh, you can get an emergency passport. That's great. And you pay a chunk of money extra and you go in person to one of the passport offices. Could have gone to London, could have gone to Peterborough. I decided to go to Peterborough because I don't like the idea of going to central London. So that's what we did today. Drove for a couple hours to Peterborough. Okay. It took about 10 minutes to get parking sorted out. It was about a 2-minute walk to the passport office, and it took about 5 minutes to check in because they do a proper airport scan because it's a government building. Then you had to go and present yourself to the desk. Yeah, hi, I'm Mr. Sensible. Yeah, so I'm booked in at 1 o'clock. Brilliant. She said, have you got your passport, your old one? Yep. Got your photos? Yep. Got your form? Yep. She said, here's your ticket, your number F170. Take a seat. All right. I only had to wait 5 minutes. I was 5 minutes early, so it was pretty much spot on time. Do you know what happened when I was called up? I go to the desk, because there's about 20 different counters. Go to the counter. Lady says, hello, can I have your bits and pieces? Yeah, there's passport, form, photos. She looked at the passport, right, she said, I've got to do some checks. Went on her computer. Photos, okay. And she took this form off her side, wrote a number on it, and said, there you go, your passport will be ready and sent to you in a week. I said, what the hell did I come here for? I could have posted all that. She didn't do anything. It's not like she had to do any sort of massive background checks or confirm with, that I haven't changed too much. She didn't sort of compare me to my passport or anything. I don't know why I went there. It was a 140-mile round trip. I was literally at her desk for 2 minutes, including the conversation I had asking why I'd even bothered to come. 2 minutes. And it cost me 147 quid as well.
Government red tape making sure people have jobs.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if it was a case, it was my first passport, but I needed it quickly, and I had a shed load of paperwork, birth certificates and marriage certificates of parents and all that sort of thing, and they really needed to check it all, but I wanted it done quickly. I could understand that, but she didn't even check what I'd put on the form. You haven't signed it. She didn't even do that. I literally could have just put it in an envelope, posted it with the money, and yet we had about a 4.5 hour round trip, and it cost me 147 quid. Well, I mean, you'd have to pay for a passport anyway, but it cost you an extra 20 quid or whatever to have this fast turnaround. So I said, why have I done that? She said, well, you wanted a fast turnaround. Well, yeah, but you haven't done anything. You haven't sort of created a passport or done anything. Go figure. And just had a super chat from Judy Bassett for €8. Thank you very much, Judy. Appreciate that. So, guys, I'm losing my voice, so someone else take over for a minute.
Well, that doesn't help really much like this.
Oh, biggest dick.
Nobody says a thing.
No. Oh. Multi Tom Tom says €8 is like 80p. Well, Multi Tom Tom, you obviously don't know what currency is. Perhaps you'd like to send me €8 then, Multi Tom Tom. Go on. It's only 80p. You can do that.
Nerves can't math. What do you expect?
You devil.
Yeah. Ace Fox says, I'm British. I know how to queue. Yeah, well, I didn't even need to queue. There were masses of people. About the 3 people in front of me, and I heard 2 afters. What time I'm due for? 1 o'clock. All due for the same time as me. And I was... hold on. I'm hiding the reference number. My appointment was 1 o'clock. Hold on. She had checked passport, photos, and the form, and this is the form that she then gave me that's in effect my certificate in case it doesn't come. Look at the time on it. 13:01. 1 minute past 1 and she was done. Bloody rip off. I couldn't believe it. Oh, can't get that back up there now. Go figure. Go figure.
Yeah, well, here in Sweden, if you're lucky enough to be a Swedish citizen, you just go to any police office.
Right.
That's where the passports are. The police do the passports. That's it. There's no centralized passport system. It's whatever police office that's open near you. That's where you do your passport.
So you go to an aircraft shop. That's cool.
Well, yeah, this is it. Well, that's it. They have all the machines there. I'll never forget having to get my daughter's first passport. Middle of summer, they put a white sheet over me, and I had to sit on this chair holding my daughter at 6 months old, trying to get her to look into the camera, and I'm covered in this white sheet and can't see anything.
I just got your link, Mr. 42. Thank you.
Okay. I have to head out.
So you had a ghost costume.
See you guys later.
Okay, 42. Well, thank you very much for dropping in.
It was fun.
It's been emotional.
It was funny. See you next time.
You take care.
See you later, Mr. 42.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
See you, 42.
Liam Wakefield says got his replaced at the post office. Well, you can go to the post office and they do a check service, but it still has to go off. It gets posted off. They won't actually give you a new passport at the post office. You can do the form and they'll check it with you and then send it off for you. They will do that. I don't know. The thing is, I could have just done it by post, but following the COVID, they had big backlogs of the COVID because they sort of laid off half their staff and they can't do passport stuff at home. So I believe that instead of about 4 weeks, it was reached about 2.5 month waiting period. And I don't want to risk it, not since we're looking to go away in March, and I want to book it sometime before then to make sure we get what we want, you know. Surrender Monkey says, Mr. Sensible, please, you thought they could produce a passport with a passport place? Mr. Ridiculous wants a word. Yes, quite ridiculous. Oh, Eric Doobie. Eric Doobie says, was the reason my Paul account was banned. I've been a good boy. Eric, please, if you can email me, mr-sensible@hotmail.com. Of course, your email address is confidential. Please email me and tell me what the account was, because I have had an issue. I've had 2 other people who found that their accounts were banned, and they were people who I was quite happy not to have banned. I'm not quite sure what's happened. So I am aware that's happened to a couple of people. So email me and I will have a review. And if I have no problems, I will reinstate your account. I apologise. It's happened to some people who in no way should have been banned. I don't know quite how it's happened. And Truth Nerds has upgraded their membership to Sensible Supporter. Well, thank you kindly, Truth Nerds. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone anyway. I genuinely do. Whether that's patrons, whether that's members, whether that's people who just super chat, well, not just super chat, people who super chat, or people who just come along and join in. But I do appreciate that. Thank you. What's all this? Gary Ibenga doesn't need dressing. Do you? You don't need dressing? What about having someone wipe your bum? Do you need that? I don't know quite how that conversation has got to. Hello, Glober Mom. We got Globe Mom in the house.
Hey, Global Mom. Hey.
Yo.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. So, you said Paul account. Rather than give the name, just email me details of the name, and I will check it out for you. I'm just not sure what's happened. I'm having a think on how I might deal with it. Yeah. But I'll happily review it. Okay, thank you. Because one thing we thought could be an explanation is when you've got a stream and the chat's going up really quick. If a mod think right, I want to block that person, they just go to click. Just as they do, it goes up and they click. So they clicked on the wrong person and perhaps don't pick up on it. because I haven't done that. I haven't blocked someone by accident when I'm a mod on someone else's channel, but I've gone to respond to a message or click on a person to get to their account or whatever it is you can do by clicking on someone. I can't even think. And I've clicked on the wrong one because it scrolled up. So that's a possibility. Who knows? Who knows? And we've still got Gary Wybenga in the house. Gary's keeping everyone busy. We had Multi Tom Tom, who's embarking on a new comedic career since his YouTube channel has not got much lately, has it, Tom Tom? Be honest, you've not produced much in the way of videos. I can only presume it's that you're working on your material for your new comedy stand-up routine. And you certainly started off with a big one. I hope that you go out with a big bang as well.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? So many mods for just 2 flat earthers. Well, this is true, Multi Tom Tom. I think there's about 18 mods in here, and they can only just keep up with all the derp that you and Gary are putting out. I'm sorry, but there you go. I mean, I'm giving them extra training, encouraging them to eat their greens, and so they can keep up with you. But they are struggling. They are struggling. Oh, don't you just love him?
I prefer blue crayons rather than green ones, Mr. Sensible.
Oh, hello, Andreas out. 20 Swedish krona. It's the night of little sex dances. Thank you, Andreas. When do you need my 1-minute debunk video? Mr. Andreas out, I believe, is the only person, I could be wrong, but I believe is the only person to have issued or submitted 1-minute debunks on each of the 3 previous debunkies. You can let us know, Andreas, if that's the case. I believe it is. So the 1-minute debunks, end of November right now, because we're thinking we'll have it as a rough date, end of November, Andreas, with a view to doing a 1-minute debunkies shortly before Christmas. At some convenient point, we'll have a live stream and do that, because it was fun, wasn't it? All good nature. Hopefully someone can come up with some new globe Earth or flat Earth evidences, because Multi Tom Tom, perhaps I've not made it clear, Multi Tom Tom and Gary Wybenga, it is open to everyone. If you believe that globe Earth is some sort of conspiracy or is just scientifically wrong, you are quite welcome to submit a 1-minute debunk video, okay? As long as it meets the general rules of no gratuitous swearing, nothing hate, and it's not, well, we're going to steer clear of politics and steer clear of COVID/vaccine stuff. But yeah, by all means, if you want to submit one, I think one of you did once before. It might have been Tom Tom, I'm not sure. But I did put a Flat Earthers one on. You are quite welcome to do that, okay? So let's say by end of November. I mean, that's a movable feast. As is this. I'm going to have to move that because it doesn't fit in. I'm going to have to make the text a bit smaller. Oh, dearie me. It's all too confusing. Why won't it? All right. No. That'll do. I've had to put it at the bottom. I can't fit it at the top. It's not letting me resize it for some reason. There we go. Which is just what Mrs. Sensible says. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh dear, I'm for it. Yes, Andreas has confirmed he did participate in all 3, but I don't know if he doesn't know if he's the only one. I've got a feeling you might be, Andreas, but who knows? Who knows? Gary, compressing into the vanishing point, by all means, do a video. It has to be 60 seconds or shorter. No copyright music in it, I should say that as well. What I'll do is I'll put a post on the community board sort of detailing it, just so that people know. It's not a competition or anything, so what is this? Maybe that'll be a bit better. Yeah, it's not a competition or anything. No winners, no losers, no criticism of the quality of the video work. Do it on your phone. Do it with a super duper whiz bang CGI NASA camera if you wish, if you've got one. Bought it on Amazon, X Apollo. Maybe it could be, couldn't it, guys?
I'd love to see Howard Stewart do one. Wonder what his would be about.
So, thanks for that, C. Yes, I did do that rather quickly. And I don't think it would do any good. Because I'll explain. When I showed that that passport form, I hid the number, but it doesn't. Oh, where is it? It hasn't got any names on it. So if someone said, "Oh, this is my reference number. Where's my passport?" They're going to say, "Right, what's your name?" Mr. Sensible. Let's see how far you get with that.
I am pretty certain that he didn't say Mr. Sensible when he was at the passport office.
Yeah, no, it was. But I'm not going to reveal my first name. So it won't do any good. But thanks for that, C. It is actually really easy to dox yourself. Incredibly easy. These kitten clips, which I'm really grateful for, and they've been very popular. I had one guy send one, and there was a whiteboard in the back, and it just had a telephone number on it. So I just said, look, do you realise there's a telephone number? So he just scrubbed, he re-edited it out, which is fine. But it's so easy to do. There we go. So I appreciate someone checking it out for me. So thank you, Colon. Yes. So there we go. We got 1 Minute Debunks 4 by the end of November for a pre-Christmas release. I have Matt Powell probably out. I think it'll probably be out Friday evening because it's even uploaded, but I haven't done the description and stuff like that, and I'm not going to do it tonight. And Earth is Life. It was you. It was you. See, I didn't even want to say it was you, did I? I'm an anti-doxer. But I tell you, the number of times I've nearly said my name. Actually, on one stream, I did. I gave my first name. Because I was telling a story, and I have to be careful not to do it. And I was saying, this guy at work, yada, yada, yada. And he come up to me and said, hey, Fred. What? And I realised as I said it, I'll just give him my name. Which is not Fred, by the way. It's not Fred Sensible, honestly. But my first name is Very. Damn! You doxer!
Oh, he's found you out.
Ace Fox. Yes. Ace Fox 1. Another moderator. Now let's see. Thank you, other moderator. You got that quite right. Multi Tom Tom said Mr. Sensible is Dick. And I was just about to approve it. And another moderator stepped in and approved it. Absolutely. That's not gratuitous. Moderators, you have to be so careful. Hold on. First name. Multi Tom Tom, first name. Right, listen. Oh dear, Multi Tom Tom's got himself timed out. The first mod.
He's sensible.
Hold on. The first mod allowed that, which is absolutely right. But Tom Tom, you got timed out because you started spamming it. That's a shame. Never mind. Safe King remembers where I doxed my first name. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. All things being equal, I'd be quite happy to say what town or village I live in. Quite happy to say what my name is. It doesn't really bother me, but for other reasons, I can't. So, I have to stick by that. And also, it's not just me, is it? I've got Mrs. Sensible and the mini Miss Sensibles. So I have to be aware of them. I've signed up for this, they haven't. Sorry, Glass, you were just about to say something.
I was going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. Thanks a lot.
That's all right. I think you'd finished.
Mr. S, can I butt in a second?
Of course, see, always.
Yeah, just to make it aware, Multi Tom Tom was trying to do a funny joke as doxing your name.
Oh, okay.
So that's why he was timed out, because he said that was your first name. So he was trying to be funny, but he was also trying to do dox. So we don't abide it.
Okay.
Don't do it. It's not funny.
No, I don't know who it was earlier on. The subject of doxing came up, I mean, people are quite welcome to give as much information they want. We've got. I'm picking a name at random. Let's say Heat Shield there. I just noticed. If Heat Shield wants to give his name, address, telephone number, email address, inside leg measurement, he is quite welcome to. I say he, but for all I know, Heat Shield is a she. But that's totally up to Heat Shield. Heat Shield, however, has called themselves Heat Shield. Heat Shield has not said where they live, what they do for work, and so on. So that he or she has decided to keep that private. So that is private, and no one should make any attempts at trying to find out this personal information, or mine, or colons. Andreas Elf, Swedish krona, 20 Swedish krona. Oh yeah, another sex dance, a little sex dance. We need some music for that. Did I just dox my name? I don't know. Are you telling us your name is Andreas Elt? Surely not. You jest, sir. No, it can't be Andreas Elt, can it? Or can it? Yeah, doxing someone is quite a nasty thing to do, which is why I came down so heavy when Nathan Oakley was making obvious attempts to dox me. If you're unaware. Do you remember that, guys?
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But he went all quiet and, how shall I say, little bitch-like with a police officer. Oh, no, sir, I didn't try and do that. I'd never do that, sir. And no, I don't know P. Mars. I'm sorry, it won't happen again, sir. Yeah.
It was Multi-Tonton tried doxing me earlier, wasn't it? Something.
Limey Play did use my first name by accident once.
I've had that sort of thing before. Someone used the first name by accident. Very few people. There are a few people who know my first name. I haven't had to share my second name, but a few people that know my first name, and there are about 4 people who know what I do for a living, because it came up. It was relevant in conversation. But I'm very careful with that. Even, I mean, let's take you for example, Mr. Jones 72. Okay, let's say we've met a couple of times. And I'm totally confident and totally trusting of you, and that's absolutely fine. But I still have to be careful that if I tell you my name is Fred Bloggs, that in this conversation you don't accidentally turn around and say Fred. And that can happen. In which case I'll think, oh bloody hell, he's gone and said it. But that wouldn't be deliberate doxing. But yeah, accidents can happen. So it's quite nice with someone like Fight the Flat Earth, who has given his name out as Craig. So when I'm talking to him, I can call him Fight, I can call him FTFE, and if I sort of just say Craig, that's fine. Now, he does know my first name, but he's never let it slip on a stream. But I suppose he could do, in which case I'd have to, like the time I, in effect, gave my own first name, just have to let it slide, hope no one notices, and then it's buried back in time. So Multi-Tom or Gary Wybenga or anyone who wants to know just my first name, if you watch all of my live streams, and there's quite a lot of them, somewhere in one of those at one point I mention a name. Well, I mentioned Fred tonight. I've mentioned other names. One of them is real. It's not going to get you very far. Fight the tight shirt, says Heat Shield. Well, Craig has lost quite a bit of weight if you look at some of his older videos, and more power to him. More power to him.
Yeah.
No, I can contest, it's really hard to lose weight.
Yeah. I tell you what, when I watch his videos though, and Mrs. S as well, look at it, think, and we sort of said, it's funny, isn't it? We've sat in that room, we've seen that TV on the wall, and this fireplace and whatnot. It's really odd. And it's odd the other way round. When you're there at the time, you think, I've seen this. It's like you suddenly come to visit me, and okay, I've got the green screen, but when it's up, you've got the shelf with the bits on. It feels most peculiar. It's the same when I went to Creaky Blinder's house, and then saw his studio. It is so strange seeing it in real life, and the person. That's strange as well. Bob Nodell's Gyroscope's real name is Globusters. Damn. Yeah. Yes.
Mr. Sensible.
Yeah.
We have one more guest for you.
Oh.
Right, just waiting in the library. I'll just pull her in for you. It's Brenda.
Hello, Brenda.
Good afternoon, or evening, or
Yeah,
morning.
it's
wherever
evening for me, afternoon for you. And actually, that's the first time, Colon, I gave you the permissions. We sorted that out, and it's obviously worked that you can move people in.
It works, yeah.
It does indeed. Hello, Brenda. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Yep, fine, thank you. I don't know if you've been watching the stream tonight, but just...
I just finished supper.
Oh, right. Well, a quick recap is that if you've not heard them before, I'm going to be doing another 1 minute debunk show, which is open to anyone to provide 1 minute debunk videos on just about anything. Mitchell from Australia has been having episodes, shall we say, about sextants. And according to Wes Wally, he's going off on one about it tonight and releasing loads of quite embarrassing stupid to the extent that Wally actually wonders if he'll take it straight down again. It's that bad.
I would like to know if you could debunk Cation
No,
and Anion. Cation and Anion. Can you debunk that?
No, who was it? Was it on...
There's somebody laughing. Somebody's laughing.
Yes.
Nobody can debunk Cation. Cation is everything.
Hold on. I'm trying to... MC Tomb, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
It was the most hilarious thing I have seen in a long time. I mean, that's called letting them swallow. He didn't swallow the hook. I mean, he took that hook all the way in.
He jumped in the boat. He didn't even bother with the hook.
He grabbed that hook and swallowed it.
We do like hooking them. Oh, do you know? I said earlier on the stream. I think I've got some sort of allergy.
The rod and the fisherman all at the same time.
I did see that Tom says he doesn't care who I am. That's cool. I'm glad. Hey, maybe we can meet one day. I don't know, but I believe you may be in the UK. If that is that doxed you? He's in the UK, guys. I think he's in the UK. That's doxed him. You're gonna have endless people to your door, giving you science lessons. Dreadful. So what have you been up to then? Yes, see.
I just wondered. Does he know Bill from London?
It could do.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering if Mitchell from Australia has gotten accreditation yet for his Flat Earth University.
I see. Yes, because he's got his Flat Earth School, hasn't he? And then, of course, we got the Flat Earth Institute of Science, run by Kyle Adams. Perhaps they should do exchange. Have some exchange students, something like that.
So exchange students. Well, you need to get accredited, though, right?
Yeah, but do you need to bother? You can always get some certificate printed off from the internet for £20. I'm sure that'll cover it.
Maybe the place that Kent Hovind got his.
Patriot University. Actually, I believe that Patriot University is no longer a diploma mill. I believe they sort of stopped that. Have you ever read Kent Hovind's paper?
I have not.
Yeah, it is on the internet.
I seen somebody did some post, set up a post about his paper that he did for his doctorship, and it's basically utter. It has nothing to do with science or anything.
Oh no, of course not. And it starts off, "Hello, my name is Kent Hovind."
It's like a job application. It's like a job application.
Oh, it's utterly ridiculous. It's just funny that someone managed to get a copy of it.
Yeah, I have seen Anthony Riley's, and that's good for a chuckle.
Not seen that one. Oh, we're still waiting for his paper that he was going to change education in the UK, wasn't it?
Oh, it wasn't his paper I saw. It was his petition, right? Didn't he have a petition or something?
Was this about the teaching of gravity and that in schools?
No, it's flat earth in schools, apparently.
Ah. Yeah, because someone chased him recently and said, you took all this money for for doing this paper and whatever, and it hasn't happened. And he said, yeah, it all got put on hold because of COVID. Quite what that's got to do with it, I don't know. And I thought he was that was all
COVID denier.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think he thought it was real. I mean, he should ask Rob Skeever about that. And that, whatever his name is, Mac Peher or whatever. Very sad. Perher, yes. Very sad.
Flocker.
That's the one. I mean, you can't. There's no learning going to come from that lesson. Not by those two guys, anyway. I just hope that some other people who are in their sphere of influence actually now sort of have a think about it.
I was watching the Team Skeptic live stream a couple of nights ago, and they were looking at Fatler Flock as one of his last videos before he died. And you could actually hear him coughing like crazy, and I thinking, like, you know, should he really be in the house or hospital or something, like, instead of driving about?
Yeah, because he was still calling it Convid, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I think that, I don't know what it's like in the UK or elsewhere, but in the States, my understanding of fraud is that the victim is not responsible for being taken advantage of by the fraudster, the con artist. And so I would lay the illnesses and harm done to people like Parhar at the feet of the people that told him these, because I don't think Parhar was really up to the task of understanding the nature of the con that was being played on him. And I think that he was what you would call a vulnerable adult. He was not someone who was capable of actually understanding the depths but the people who sold him on this idea, they are responsible, in my opinion.
Problem, I mean, I'll be honest and say I know nothing of Mac at all, really, and I didn't sort of follow Rob Skeever's stuff either. But I mentioned in a stream, I don't know how long ago was it, 3-4 months ago, that I know somebody who, related to being religious reasons, had no confidence in the COVID jab. They weren't denying COVID, but they had no confidence in the jab. Unfortunately, their partner, and their adult child all came down with COVID. And I did say that she got really ill, and they actually went to the extent of getting a neighbour round to have a look, a neighbour who was a doctor. And that neighbour checked them and said, you need an ambulance. It turned out that her oxygen levels were below what they should be, below the threshold where they then hospitalised. So she was hospitalised, then spent a few days, I think it was about 4 or 5 days, then went into ICU and was ventilated for a couple of weeks, then back off the ventilator. Well, good news is she's back home. Okay. The bad news is it has ruined her health to such an extent that she still requires 24-hour care by either her partner or someone else, because I mean, this is no joke. So
it's not a cold. It's not a cold that you recover from and get over from. There are long-term effects from the virus.
Yeah. So these idiots who sort of say, "Oh, well, it's a 99% whatever rate." What's the word?
Recovery rate.
99% survival rate. Yeah. She survived, but right now she can barely breathe, and she needs someone to help her get around the house and everything like that. It's not good.
That's where that cough I've got came from.
Who knows?
I got it when COVID first came out. I had it.
Right.
And that's where that came from.
Well, I've just had a super chat from sweet Andreas Eld. I won't do a dance on this one, Andreas, for 50 Swedish krona. Is the death of an anti-vaxxer in COVID a Darwin Award, or is it just sad? I think it depends on who it is, Andreas, because some people are genuinely being conned into it. And as Brenda was saying, you know, if they've been persuaded then they're not necessarily guilty of anything. But it's the ones who are doing the persuade, the ones who should really know better, who are trying to convince others. You know, if Joe Bloggs decides they don't want to take it because they don't believe this, that, or the other, that's fine. But if they're going out and proselytizing to other people, persuading people, even haranguing, you know, colleagues or workmates or friends, say you can't do that because, which some of them are doing, then that's really bad. We've had anti-vaxxers picketing schools and even going into schools, handing in legal papers, accusing them of human rights abuses by agreeing that kids can get the jab at the school. That's disgusting.
Did you see that one a couple of weeks ago when a couple of anti-vaxxers walked into an hospital?
I didn't see that. Yes, I did actually. But basically, the same's happened in a school now. Unbelievable.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
No.
Oh, in this country?
Yeah, in the UK.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were also protesting outside. And I heard of another one where some kids, I don't know what age they were, 8, 9, 10 years old, but old enough to walk home from school, were surrounded as they came out by anti-vax. I mean, the anti-vaxxers didn't do anything other than to tell them, you know, oh, it's evil, oh, you know, you'll go to hell, or oh, it'll poison you or whatever, and giving them leaflets. This is to kids. It's unbloody forgivable.
Here where I live, we have a few anti-vaxxers that actually believe that COVID is real. They actually got COVID as well.
Yep.
But they still...
People that would do that.
Still say the vaccine is fake.
Because there was some guy, I forget his name, I did mention it in a stream a long time ago. He was a big denier in whatever county in the States. And he turned out to be the first person to die from it in that county, in whichever state it was in. You know, and his wife had published that he said it was one of the biggest mistakes he ever made on his deathbed. You know.
Oh, I know what you're on about. I know that a couple of the people in the community did a video on him.
Yeah, I did make mention of it. That was a long time back. We got 2 more in the live waiting room. How are we for time? 10:30.
Mr. Sensible. Anyone?
Looks like Bob is there.
Yeah, it's Bob.
Yeah, that's Bob.
And
Loki.
Fishman.
Yeah.
Loki Fishman.
Hello, Loki Fish, and hello, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Greetings.
Oh, Bob's run out again. Colon, do you want to just check to see if he wants to come in? Then if he does, you can chuck him in. Thank you. Yeah, hello, Loki.
How's it going?
Not so bad. And as I said on the stream, thank you very much for abusing yourself by watching some Mitch.
Oh, man. It's going to be so fun ripping that apart.
Yeah, what? Is it the one that he's got on tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the one he was doing today.
Yeah, Wally is watching one as well. I'm not sure if it's the same one. He said it was very bad because I had looked at the one from yesterday, which I was looking at addressing, but it sounds like I need to have a look at this one as well. Hello, Bob. I see you're in now.
Hey, Mr. Sensible. Great show the other day.
Thank you very much. Which one?
The one with you and Mitchell, I believe.
Oh, right, about the sextant. And I have been following all your stuff about sextants too. They just don't get it, do they?
Well, I talked to Craig and said, hey, if you want, I'll come on and do that. And he sent a note to Mitchell, and Mitchell wants me to pay him $5,000 for the training session.
Wow.
$5,000.
Wow.
If that's going to happen.
Well,
I don't pay to educate people. They pay me to educate them.
Yeah, well, Bob, perhaps we should have...
Send him a bill for $10,000.
He wants £5,000, what, to teach you about sextants?
Yeah, but it's only 5,000 Australian, which is $4.28.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
What an arrogant little prick he is.
That's Canadian.
If it was a Churro stream, he'd charge him $30,000.
Unbelievable.
What an arrogant little prick.
Yes, yes. Well, you see, I mean, as I said in that video, Bob, I deliberately baited it, saying that you don't use triangulation, knowing that he would never have heard of trilateration, and
I'm pissed at you for that, man.
Why were you waiting for that then?
Well, no, the day that you put that out was the day I was supposed to put the exact same point out, except my computer fried on me.
Yes.
Well,
that hacking worked.
Yep, it worked though. Yeah. But that was you're on the right track with that. It's trilateration.
Yeah.
Because it's distance, not angle.
Absolutely. You've got no idea about the angles. Well, the thing is, I had actually posted comments to that effect on 2 or 3 videos, either on his channel or on other channels where he was posting, and I'm not saying he just tried to avoid it. He could well have just not noticed it, but whereas Wally was doing those clips of videos, and so I sort of basically clipped that on the end and said, look, if it's okay, can you leave it on there? And he went for that because I knew he would. Because what do you mean it's not triangulation?
On your part.
Thank you.
I would like to know. I would like to know why everybody is so opposed to sextents. I think sextents are a very good idea because you don't always want to be having coitus out in the open. You want to be covered up with a sextent.
My, that might be true.
Well, thanks for that, Bob.
Well, there's something to doing it under the stars, to be honest with you. But gravity is not a horse either.
No,
but I've seen horses. I've ridden horses. Gravity is not a horse.
Well, this request from Mitch for you to pay him $5,000, Bob. Well, Wes Wally's just posted that he could beat you with a stick for $2,000, and he can do it with an Aussie accent. So, if that's an alternative that you prefer,
those sextants have to have a 60-degree right angle, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Only on the flat Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bob,
if he's charging $5,000, $5,000, then how much can I charge for making sextants work on a flat Earth?
A lot, I'd have thought. Bob, I baited that hook. He did the video where he gave all his derp, and I did my breakdown of why he's wrong. Yesterday he did a stream, about an hour stream, where he played most of my video and he made some ludicrous claims, which I shall be pulling apart. But apparently he's had another stream tonight, and by reports from Wally, he has really gone ape with crazy ideas, putting his foot in it, sort of busting flat Earth and goodness knows what. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but apparently it's an absolute corker.
I'll have a look at it. I may do a live stream at the same time.
Yeah, well...
we could have dueling live streams, and I could be streaming him and then making comments as we go.
Bob's on an absolute tear recently, because he's got a lot of videos, according to him, lined up and ready to go.
Well, I have genuinely...
Yeah, I've got 32. I've got 32 queued up on Bob the Science Guy.
Oh, wow. Well, Bob, yeah. I have really honestly enjoyed your sextant videos. I really honestly have. And seeing, was it on Ballbusters you were on? Or I've forgotten whose channel, where you were doing the stuff with the whiteboard as well. Yep. I thought it was great. Really genuinely enjoyed that.
The whiteboard by a debunker. Just remember that for the end of year.
Yes, award. I saw that hashtag as well. Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to take care of that cretin conspiracy cat. I'm going to take his whiteboard honors.
Yeah, but his whiteboard's a little kiddies one, isn't it? You know.
I have 12 of those.
Yeah. See, he can try and write his name, and he runs out of space, and he's all whiteboarded out. Yeah.
Well, the other thing is you gotta have ink in your pens too. Is the other thing that's really important.
I've got a huge whiteboard here. It's math, but it's pointing the wrong way. Actually, I was just going to point my camera at it. That would have been doxed me a load of things. Yeah, but there we go.
But Mr. Sensible has cheese.
I do have cheese. Yeah, so. Yeah.
He does indeed have cheese.
Yeah. We saw my cheese. My one. I've forgotten the date again now. Oh, here it is. There you go, Bob. If you've not seen it for a while, that's my cheese award from September the 6th.
That's looking a little rough.
There you go.
September the 6th, 2019.
Or did they cut it for you?
Well, I don't know. It has actually. It genuinely has moved. It's gone down on one side. So obviously this side is denser than that side. That's the only thing. I mean, that's what that TikTok guy was telling me about. You know, the TikTok guy who targets kids. That one.
Is it cheese density disequilibrium?
Yeah, something like that. And I mean, that's not grated cheese. That's your full quality processed still wrapped cheese as well. Yeah. It's kit isolated.
To escape.
Yes.
One of the things I like about Dr. Bob's whiteboard is that when he does an illustration, he puts, instead of putting the man at the North Pole of the presupposed spherical Earth, he puts it a little off center, and it drives the flat earthers crazy.
I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? Well, surely he's gonna.
My practice manager's got OCD, and one of the things I like doing is I like bringing in brownies with one piece cut out at off center in the middle of it. It drives her insane.
Why?
Because I'm just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, why would she be bothered by that?
It's not symmetrical.
Yeah, it's an OCD thing.
It's in the middle, and it's off at an angle. It drives her insane.
Well, Bob,
I got a pan I should send you. One end of it's just slightly wider than the other end.
Well, Bob, I haven't got OCD.
Sounds good.
I've got CDO, Bob. It's like OCD, but the letters are in the proper order. And,
damn straight.
Yeah. Where's Wally says that. Where's Wally says he's linked a video in your Discord, a Where's Wally video showing you about ISS Star Trails. He's asked me to let you know. And Kit Maguire says, "Hi, Mr. S. First time I've ever caught you live." Well, welcome, Kit, and I'm glad you're here. And second best, Bob's just super chatted £5. This was a fun stream. Thanks, Mr. Sensible. Well, you're very welcome, second best, Bob. Thanks, Bob. Oh, and thanks, Bob. We got two Bobs here. Bob and second best Bob. That means you're the best Bob. Bob.
It's the best Bob, good Bob.
It's getting very confusing.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, didn't I start this stream at 8 o'clock? I did. It's now 11:15. The reason I started at 8 o'clock is I thought I can't go on too late because I've got an early start tomorrow. So I'm going to have to wind it up, guys. I am.
Well, the good news is, Mr. Sensible, it's only 5:46 for me.
So it's 5:46. 5:46. So it's 5:46 in real money then.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's Freedom Daylight Savings Time.
That means there's still time to go out and get dinner. I hadn't thought of that. Second dinner.
I haven't even begun to think of dinner yet.
I had a kebab for mine, and I found my way back without using a sextant. I found it was much better to unroll a ball of string and just follow it back home. It's better than trying to use a sextant following Mitchell's instructions. I admit, I paid him $5,000.
You want to know the two killer things for the sextant for the flat Earth?
Go on.
That Link A12 bubble sextant of mine doesn't use the horizon at all. It just does the vertical, and that's not refracted. Period. Second of all, you don't even need a horizon for a sextant. Second of all, if you don't take into account refraction for most latitudes that you're going to run into, it's going to make a difference of less than 2 miles in your position.
Well, there you go.
But you can use, I forget the actual term, but off a metal surface or off a liquid surface to use as the horizontal, something like that, isn't there?
Yeah, it's called an artificial horizon. It's an indirect reading, and what you do is you read twice the angle. So you have to divide the angle in half, and that creates your horizontal there.
So you've got no worries about horizon. You don't need to. You could do it in the dark and not see the horizon.
Yeah, exactly. And when I did my noon sight out here, I actually showed where the horizon would be, and there's houses and trees there. I can't see an horizon, and I still got my location within 7 miles.
But you tell the kids of today, Bob, and they won't believe you.
I did it.
Yep. No, I believe you, Bob. I do. I mean, I know that can be done.
In front of them. They think it's really cool. I wish I had had a sextant when I was in college, because I was down there in Pensacola or Panama City, and all these cute college chicks were coming up wondering about the sextant, what I was doing with it, and they wanted to look through it and all this stuff. That would have been handy in college.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to get me one.
What was that super big slide rule that you had? I didn't know what that was about.
Oh, you're talking about the Stanley Fuller calculator?
I don't know what that thing is at all. Never heard of it.
Well, it serves
looks
two
really
purposes.
cool.
It serves two purposes. It's got a scale on it that's 41 feet long compared to 20 inches for the other big one. And if the zombie apocalypse ever comes out, it's got enough heft to it that you could protect yourself.
Just hit him over the head with it. Guys, I am going to have to wind up the stream because I have to get to bed because I do have to get up early in the morning, which is a real shame because I'm actually not feeling too tired and I'm really enjoying it. And I've got a great bunch of you in here. But
just stick around for another 15.
I can't. It's all right for you to say that, but I literally have to get up at 5 tomorrow morning. So
I could spread some gossip here. You remember Brandon and used to have his show Brandon? He took over from Ranty.
Yes. Hold on. Just before you say anything, we don't want anything that's sort of doxy or anything like that.
No doxing.
Okay.
I just have a hunch, a feeling in my gut, in my bones. I think he's converted to Globe Earth. He's embarrassed, and simply that is what I would do if I was a flat earther. I would feel embarrassed, and I would just disconnect myself from the community. That's what I would do.
So he's disappeared, has he, Brandon?
Yeah, he's vanished.
Oh, that's interesting because
So I'm just thinking possibly, maybe, possible that he's.
Well, I can think of two things. That's one possibility. I don't really like to say it, and I hope it's not the case. And I have no knowledge of it. I don't know if he is another one of these people that we were talking about before who deny the whole COVID thing, and perhaps hasn't been jabbed and not wearing masks and whatever. And let's hope it's nothing like that. Honestly, look, I hope it's not.
My supposition is a little more complimentary.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm sorry, I'm going to throw you out and pop you in. Well, actually, I say that right now. I can't do anything with my screen. Right, pop you all in the live waiting room. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay. Yeah, Bob, do check out Mitchell's latest. I will as soon as I get the chance. And I will be... he did the one sort of directly addressed to me really yesterday. So I will be doing a debunk on that because, if you ever watch it, you'll see he's done a whole bunch of stupid in that. And I'm glad I'll be...
anyways, Bob, too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it, man.
Well, thank you. Right.
I will run away myself.
He's jumped out. Okay, right. Thank you very much, then, Glass. You take care. Oh, he's gone as well. And Captain Welshie, thank you.
Right, mate.
And
good night.
Nimrod, good night to you. Good night. And Loki Fishmars, glad to have you on the channel. I think it's the first time you've been on stream, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first time I've been here.
Okay, well, you're very welcome.
Earlier next time.
Yeah, do feel free. You can just jump in the waiting room. No guarantees, but I try to get people on, and you'll be most welcome. So, thank you very much. And Tiny Captain, thank you very much to you too, sir.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice for the first time.
You've been on here before, haven't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it must be someone else with your accent. But then I was aware that you were a captain of a ship.
42 song, maybe? Because
it could be. Yeah. There's similarities. But anyway, thank you very much. It'd be good to see you again sometime. Thank you. And Bob, you got here just before the great prophet Zarkon, I think, before the universe explodes for our delight. How are we for time?
Oh, we're doing great.
Yeah. It's good to see you, and I'm glad you jumped in. You're always welcome. You're always welcome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And you keep it flat, Mr. Sensible.
Yep, will do. No, Globe, Bob, Globe. You've forgotten again. Remember, Globe.
Not until my check comes in.
Ah, well, that's true. Oh, yeah, I never thought of that. Hold it over them. If you don't pay, perhaps we should angle for an increase. It's a thought.
Well, when I renegotiate my contract with the the NASA government Jew Penguins, I'm probably going to do that and say, hey, I can always be Flat Earth Bob.
Yeah, perhaps we should unionize. Maybe we'll have to look into that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
workers of the plane unite.
Listen, thank you very much, my friend. You take care, and I'll catch you again soon. All right.
Back on Dios.
Thank you, Bob. Brilliant stuff. What an excellent bunch of people to have in here tonight. Really enjoyed it. I'm just going to have a check because, like I keep saying, I do not want to miss out any chats, and it has happened from time to time. Second best Bob, yeah, I've read that one. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I really appreciate you all joining me tonight. It's been good fun. Keep an eye out, please, for my Matt Powell video, and coming soon, my response to Mitch's response to my response to his video where he was fished. So I shall do another one on that. I don't know how much longer it will go on because it's just going to get a bit into he said, she said, but I think I've got him good and proper. Be fun. So I'll say thank you very much. Take care. Stay sensible.
Mr. Sensible, Mr. Sensible, bring me some cheese, and get me only the best if you please, Here are some flowers, let me display them. Yea, Dr. One, or you have Arnold slay them. Mr. Sensible, you are a man. Every subscriber is a faithful fan. Bring your logic and your cheese. Mr. Sensible, help us out, please. Mr. Sensible, I needed proof of gravity, so I jump off the roof. It's hard enough, let me go further. Why was I ever such a darn flat earther, Mr. Sensible? I'm such a clown. I am the laughing stock of the town. Bring your logic and your cheese. Mr. Sensible, help me out, please. Mr. Sensible, bring me a sphere, to which the waters of the oceans adhere. Have explanations, but let me be candid. So clear that all the fluffers understand it. Mr. Sensible, please hear my call. The earth is not flat.